as I take this wonderful group of nerds through my homebrew Rise of Tiamat campaign. It's as I've said a few times, kind of Rise of Tiamat adjacent. There's a lot of elements that have been twisted to work in my homebrew setting, or cut completely and replaced with different stuff. So it's not boring for those who've played the book or intend to play the book. Before we get into all the introductions and the session, I'd like to say thank you to a few people. Firstly, Brepai, our artist, or Brepai, whose art you can see scrolling past on the character cards. She is amazing. You should definitely go check her out. We have links below. So yeah, go say hi to her. And secondly, we have our sponsors, Hero Forge, and as is the custom at this point, I'm going to pass this one across to Kieran.
Oh, good. My weekly improvised Hero Forge speech. Have you ever thought to yourself, boy, I need more and more miniatures. It's simply not enough having 3 or 4 ice cream buckets full of miniatures that you never necessarily get to use. I need more specific miniatures that exactly follow my characters and their items and everything else. Well, have I got news for you? You can check out HeroForge.com, where you can custom build your own miniatures piece by piece, race by race, clothing by clothing, weapon by weapon, pose by pose, and color by color. Now, with the newer version of Hero Forge, which came out, I don't know, a couple of months ago now at this point, you can order custom miniatures, you can design them yourself, you can paint them yourself, or you can get them painted for you and order them all through that same sort of manner. There's all sorts of cool ones. Look, you can even have cool wings and flaming swords. It's crazy. They got so much stuff. We got to make a bunch of them just recently for a laugh that we've been posting on the Twitter account. Highly recommend you check them out. Check out HeroForge.com. They're our sponsor for this season, and they are great. And you are muted.
I did. So what I said was, you're really good at that. I'm just going to have to go back and take all the recordings of you doing this and make a montage of your sponsorship.
One of the highlights of the season.
Yeah. Okay, and lastly, we have Sirenscape, whose music you'll be hearing while they're not a sponsor. The mental blank. The online player that we use is amazing. They have a few free assets you can use, and you pay a very small subscription to get a massive amount of content. Highly recommend it. I know that some of the other DMs on the channel love it, and I believe I just saw Sean nod. So yes, he uses it too and seems to enjoy it. I recommend checking it out. Okay, I think I'm going to start introducing people, and we'll do it in the reverse order we did it last time. So we're going to start with our amazing guest, JoCat.
Hi, I am JoCat. I will be playing Storig Urglitar. He's a half-orc bard, and he's very excited to come help this group right now. Despite the fact that they seem very adamant about saying how they're not good people, but I'm a good judge of character, so I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Yes. Storig is perhaps just the sweetest character we've had on the show, and everyone feels very, very sorry for him. Next up, we have Sloane, played by Shannon, who's muted. Hi, it's me. Oh. Now I'm sad.
Closer to your mic.
It's not better. Nope. Next up, we have Leaf.
Hi, I'm not Shannon, but I'll pretend to be as interesting until she gets her mic working. My name is Mike. I'm the DM over at Wonders and Blunders. We are a 5e kind of horror comedy podcast with a family vibe. And tonight I'm playing Soren Leaf on the Wind, who's a rooty tooty cowboy kitty shooty. Don't touch his belly, he'll rob you blind.
All right. Sorry, I expected more there for a second.
No, I've summed it up.
You have very well.
Pitch for Leaf.
Yes. Okay. Next along, we have Sean playing Galameo.
Hi everyone, my name is Sean from Paradise RPG. I am the DM over there for our flagship show, Advantage in Paradise. I used to play Oryx Solaris, and now I play Galamea Roche, a captain of the Umber Hearts, helping this wayward group of adventurers kill big monsters. You can find our programming at Paradise RPG, Paradice. Wherever you can on socials. You can find me at Odo_Sean. And I'm going to go downstairs real quick and try to help Shannon fix her mic.
Right, otherwise, she'll be communicating through mime for the entire session. Yeah. Right, next up we have AgentNumberOne playing Saros Starweaver.
Hello, I am AgentNumberOne. You can find me over at twitch.tv/AgentNumberOne, where I stream strategy games during the week. Tonight, I will be playing Saros Starweaver, who is a cranky mage slayer turned horrible criminal. And I'm just laughing at the mime show in the other corner right now. It's really quite too much. You can also find me over at the Wonders and Blunders podcast.
All right.
Where I get wildly derailed. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Great start to the finale.
We really appreciate everyone being here. I feel like I've forgotten someone. Can't be important. So say hi, shall we?
Hi, my name is Shelby or Wystle. I'm from the channel Wystle Where I Work. I'm Nova's routine bullying victim every week. I'm on here. Sometimes a couple times a week he decides to make my life miserable. But I'm going to be playing really Silver Fond, who, I don't know, she's has a lot of feelings about everything going on right now.
Say that I make your life miserable. Us playing Portal 2 together has directly influenced my depression.
We've played it twice. I want to point this out. We played it twice.
I had to up my meds every time. So anyway, continuing on. Sloan, can I get a thumbs up or thumbs down? She can't hear me. She doesn't have the heads. Yeah, cool. Right. So I'm going to get someone to do the recap, and hopefully they're fixed by that time. So, got it, I'll make a mime for the next game. Good call. Sorry, the chat. Okay, so I've decided that Saros, could you please do the recap of last session?
I think so. So currently we're hanging out in a town called Monte Carlo, Monte something or other, Monteculaire, which is a town that's run by a group known as the Umberheart family, a group of monster slayers that have hired us to deal with some nearby problems. We recently arrived in the city after losing our wonderful mage Auric on the road. And since being in this town, it has been attacked by our previous party member, Nia, and her family, and the Bastard Five, who have been hunting us across the plains and province and countryside. And so we have shown up in this town. We have started doing some research. We're past the starting doing it. We've done a bunch of research to find out more about this Bastard Five group who's been hunting us, as well as a giant spider called the Mother of Crawling Night, or some sort of derivative therein. We are currently being tasked with killing this giant spider mother, and so we are getting ready to head out into the wilderness and chase that down. We've recently met Storig, who is a bard who has been working for the Umberhearts. He has been introduced to the group just recently and joined us to help us out with this thing, but also just kind of record the story of probably how we all die while fighting it. And he is probably the only one who lives. I highly suspect that's where my money is. We've also been joined by Galamea, who is being played by Sean, another member of the household, who's kind of like a captain of the guards-esque figure. For the most part, things have been pretty chill. We found Nia. We threw her in a jail cell, and she has been being questioned down there. Something happened. She maybe exploded a bunch of guards that were down there, and I can't remember if she disappeared or if she's just there and is really exhausted. I think she's just there and is really exhausted and possibly missing an arm. Another arm? Yes, another arm.
Canon
I don't know what happened. In the last episode, there was some wacky gambling hijinks. Galamea and Storig went off down the hill to a fighting pit to do some gambling. Storig had a really hard time. Galamea won a ton of money. It was pretty bonkers. And Leaf and Saros kind of went for a nice walk through the city at night, talked about some of the stuff going on, and went and learned more information from a local researcher / book writer named Montgomery. And Rilia sulked, got given a hard time, and was pretty upset about things, so kind of wandered off around in the rain and wandered through the city doing not sure what, while Sloane also sulked because Auric is dead, but is dealing with it bit by bit. That's a rough summary. I mean, I'm paraphrasing everything here. So
other than that, you all went to dinner. Storig played some sick tunes for everyone, and then was also invited to the table. Sat around, had a chat, learned some more stuff, and I believe you were told that Nia had been attacked in a cell, and as the session starts, you have been dismissed back to your rooms. You can all go off and do your own thing or get together and talk. It's up to you. However, Storig, you told me pre-game that you wanted to head off separately.
Yes.
Do you want to tell me what you're doing?
Yes, well, Storig will probably go back to probably some kind of apartment that he lives at, some very low rent place, cheap, but he keeps it up very nicely to meet with a certain significant other named Isabel, an elven girl that he has sweet with for a little while, since he's been here for quite a while now. And just letting her know that this might be his big break, that he's, finally earned enough, and this is a big job, and that, yeah.
Okay,
I've got
so
a good feeling about this one.
as you sort of, rush happily to your home, you've kind of, you're paying off like a very small sort of house on the lowest point of like the higher end of town, where it's kind of that middle ground where it's not too rich, not too poor, but it's just nice little home. It's got like a half wall out front. You sort of burst through the gate, and as you're moving towards the door, you realize that it's open and that the wood around the handle is splintered.
Ooh. Housekeeping must have been a little aggressive. I'm just gonna peek in.
As you peek in, you see that some things are scattered around. There's a chair knocked over. Moving into the house, you see that the bedroom door has been torn off its hinges. Look like there's been a claw that's like just smashed it aside.
I call out for Isabel. Isabel! Do you have some aggressive friends?
There's no response.
I go to reach for my mace and move in the room.
You move into the room, and the bed has been still nicely made, and there's an envelope sitting on it saying, "To dearest Storig."
I open it.
The letter reads, "To Storig, I know this may come as a surprise to you, but we were made aware that you were assisting our newest recruits. After talking it over with the rest of the 5, we decided it was unfair for you to watch the game without playing in it. My sibling has taken your dear Isabel to meet a certain spider. Isabel seems very sweet. I hope you find her. Sincerely yours, Sam."
Storig just kind of like falls to his knees a little bit and clutching the letter. Oh no. Fuck. Just looking through if there's anything Fucking shit. Ass.
Would you like me to transition to the rest while you have a look?
Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, Joe. So the rest of you, can we just check that Sloan works? Just say a word. No, that's a shame.
No, wait.
Oh,
wait,
here.
wait, wait,
Hey.
wait. Yeah,
Hey.
there it is. Okay,
There we
okay, hold
go.
on. I just need to move my microphone closer. Is that better?
Yeah.
You're muted. Now you're muted, Sean.
Your mic just needs to be right in front of you, I
Yeah.
think.
Okay, that's gonna be in my face. Sorry.
Volume's turned off.
Do a one-sentence intro of who you are.
Hi, I'm Sloan. I'm our barbarian. I'm sulking because my best friend is dead.
Yep. She's also Shannon. Does things
Oh,
at
yeah.
Paradise RPG.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm our
Scarlett's
community
also
manager.
dead. That's
Uh-huh.
sad.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I know, but I play a badass monster hunter now named Katya. She's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Other things to know about Shannon is she likes really bad literature. Anyways, continuing
Oh my
onwards.
god, can you stop?
So,
Lord Almighty.
so I'm sorry. So continuing onwards, you guys all get to sort of the common room Storyk has left. I imagine that you've all gone there together to sort of discuss what this means. You're not allowed to see Nia just yet. You've been told that they're going to try to reinforce the area and question her to see what exactly went on. And you'll be open to talk to her when you get back. So you move into this common room. There's some small amount of food left out, and there's bottles of wine left on the bench with glasses. Leaf, as you're the first person to enter the room, what would you like to do?
Leaf just grabs one of the bottles, and yeah, sticks a claw in the top, uncorks it, sits down on the, just like kind of sprawls across a couch, I think, and just starts very quickly drinking it.
Okay. What would you like to do then? As you watch your newly returned Leaf downing a bottle of wine on the couch.
Are we all in there now?
Yes, you are.
Toast to a suicide mission, I suppose.
Wait, we're all here?
All but Storyk, who's
right.
still... Sorry, I apologize. I
Right.
should have
No
phrased
worries.
that better.
As good as anything to drink too, I guess. And I'm gonna start pouring wine.
I'm still holding the violin case. I take it everywhere, even though it smells awful.
I'm sure someone at this point could have digitated that cleaner. Nope, no one. Okay, continue.
Or it
Hold
could've.
on. Hold
The
on.
man who would have
Nope.
is in that case.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, that's not a spell I get. Sorry.
Theros is a stinker anyway, so what's one more smell in the room?
That's fair.
Yeah, I guess we'll also sit down, crack open another bottle as well, and
She
just start
really
pouring
is
them up.
currently pouring everybody glasses. So
Well, if we cannot leave tonight, at least we can leave first thing in the morning.
Yeah, might as well get this over with.
The sooner we kill this mother, the sooner we can deal with the larger problems at hand.
do you actually think we're going to be able to kill it?
A spider. We killed a dragon. Fighting an avatar of a god does not really appease me much, but then again, the green head was just one branch of Tiamat.
But you sent it away, yes?
We sent it straight to hell, yes.
I don't suppose that's something you can do a second time with this thing.
God, I hope not. As you just see, like, the flash of the abyss go through my eyes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
No, but Listen, it's a spider. There are things we can do to fight the poisons. We're well prepared. It has its webs, but a bug is only a bug.
Ulrich likes spiders.
And this one would have challenged him very much for the throne which he sat upon. So all the more reason to deal with it, Sloane.
Did he have a relationship with the Drydas and Edicats of the Crystal Forest? I remember they attacked the caravan.
They were his friends.
The relationship was unclear. But they did seem to like him.
Sorry, dog is moving. Well, what is the plan then? Just walk into this forest until we find it? Or...
I'm sure we'll have no trouble finding it. They'll point us in the right direction. Avatar of a god, I'm sure we get within a certain radius, it's going to sense us coming.
We shall know it by its webs, or some such, the manuscript said.
Galilman, can I get you to make an insight check for me, please?
Insight.
Sight.
That's all you needed. So you're sitting here and you're listening to these people talk about their plans, and you can sort of just feel the unspoken tension of all the shit they have been through together sitting there. And as one of probably the most put together person in the room, because you have, crazy magic man, likes to run away cat, bottled up shaman, and someone hugging a dead hand in a case. You're sort of just stuck, almost like the counselor, like just waiting for anyone to open up a little bit, and it's just that tension keeps building and building. You can feel your nerves almost like getting to snapping point as you just sit there very awkwardly.
Is it noticeable she's getting like that?
She's
Spiders
probably
are
looking uncomfortable.
arachnids, not bugs.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, it's just you said spiders are bugs, they're arachnids.
I suppose you're correct, yes.
Either way, it still goes squish when you hit it with a hammer. I hope.
Have a lot of your problems been solved with a hammer?
Quite a few fair of them, but there's been other things. Black holes most recently, I suppose, but I believe it will be the sword and the hammer that deals with this one.
Leaf, are you all right?
What? No. No, absolutely not. It's all... You're talking about solving problems. I can't think of a single problem that we've solved. Whether it's with a hammer or, a bug, a spider, whatever you call it, a monster. We haven't solved anything. We put a dragon in hell where there was another dragon just waiting for it, helping assemble this whole thing. We got arrested, dragged across this whole place. My only hope is sitting in that violin case. Torn to pieces. There's nothing left. There's no way back anymore. We've looked everywhere, Saros, and there's just no way back.
There's only ways forward.
What are you trying to get back to?
I could have fixed it all. I could have fixed what was going on with me. I could have made all this pain, all this suffering that we went through. I could have made that disappear. I think Auric could have gotten us there. He was the strongest. He had the most potential I'd ever seen. We killed a lot of strong mages, and we saw a lot of strong mages, but no one who had the, I don't know. I mean, you met him. It was just something about him. You could just tell there was a future to him.
He was troubled, very troubled, and recklessly played with power that he didn't understand on frequent occasion, and that power got him killed. That recklessness got him killed.
The
No,
five killed him.
madness got him killed. He did not do that to himself.
I mean, if it wasn't madness, it would have been something else. Fill a boat with blood and drown us all.
He was
Cast some
working
sort
on
of thing
it.
and suck us into some sort of a horrible flesh abomination together.
He didn't do it on purpose.
I know
He
he
was
didn't
just
do it on
trying
purpose,
to get back
but
to his daughter.
he went about it recklessly.
He knew he was going about it recklessly.
We've all been reckless.
I'm gonna get up and go back to I think it's mine at Galamea's room for a moment. Grab like a bundle of parchment, and bring it back and just kind of like hit it on the table. This right here is why he was acting recklessly. And if you read it, it is a detailed account of the scrying session I had with Auric.
What does it say?
It's when we were in the Umber Heart's bunker waiting after the 5 came to Etrelon, I helped Auric look through the veil so that he could see where his daughter was.
And
This is everything I saw. There was a barrier. It took everything I had to push through and break it, and they knew when I broke it. Somewhere in the north, it seems like his daughter's being experimented on in some way. He was desperate to know, and when I told him what I saw, he expressed a need to look deeper, and that nothing else mattered until he got his daughter out of harm's way.
well, I'm not about to go trapezing halfway across the world looking for the dead man's daughter.
And I will do it. Nobody's asking you.
Okay. As you guys sit there thinking about all the things you hadn't said to each other and what's going on right now, we'll switch back to Storig, who is sitting in his bedroom right now, holding a note.
I'm just searching myself for any sort of. I don't have any spells that could possibly help me with this, so I just sit there, leaned up against the bed, just clutching, rereading the note over and over again in disbelief. Can I look at all the marks in the walls and stuff, and
Yep.
what can I glean from them?
Isabel's a sweet girl and she fought back. There were 2 people here. I'm not going to make you roll much. They didn't try to hide much. If you want to roll a investigation.
It's worth a shot. Why not? 12.
Okay. There were 2 people here. You can tell that mostly because there's 2 different shoe sizes on the ground. There is marks on the walls that would look like a sword has hit it, and others that look like a large clawed hand has sort of scraped down it.
Am I able to find where they lead?
It looks like they came in the front door and then back out the front door.
Okay. Oh god, I follow the trail. See if there's anything outside until it
Okay.
goes cold.
Make a survival check for me.
Oh boy, I'm bad at these. Hey-oh, 18.
18. Okay. As you're following it and people start to like, you're almost like nose to the ground, like, tracking this set of footprints, and you see a few things. You see that Isabel was smart enough to like leave small pieces of like torn pieces of clothing behind. She was like leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for you to follow until it gets to the northern end of the city. And you look out over the open plains to the north. She's gone. Someone's taken her out of the city.
I just clutch the pieces of cloth just close to my heart. And I'm going to run back to where everybody, I presume everybody else is, because I'm not sleeping on this.
Yeah. So you'll pretty much burst in. There'll be a little bit more time, I'd say, before you burst in. So you're not traipsing around the world looking for his daughter. Sloane said that she will. That's where you guys are at right now. What more is there to say for you?
Your recklessness is infamy at this point, all of you. Perhaps this built up, untethered emotions for a dead man, for your ideals, for the past. Perhaps that is what fuels your recklessness. I was assigned to you all to temper that recklessness. And I don't see it changing anytime soon with these attitudes.
There's your path forward, Saros. That's our path. Getting tempered down. We beat this threat. We beat the next threat. The threat after that. And then what? We secure 5 squabbling families in their perfect kingdom. While we just, sit and rot in a jail cell somewhere.
Hell with
dare
any
to
of
try
these
anything different.
families. Leaf, you know very well the only reason I am agreeing to this is because we have a common enemy, us and the Ember Hearts. These 5 seek my life, now seek yours. If it wasn't for the Ember Hearts providing us with some opportunity to strike back at them, you know full and well I would have left this place long ago.
I think maybe you pretty quickly forgotten the reason that they even found us in any way. We got dragged into this 5 thing because of these families. If they'd left us well enough and on our own, the Umber Hearts are still one of these groups. Of course, we're here in their home and they've promised to protect us. A hell of a lot good that did in that bunker. They can't stop what's coming. I don't know if we can either. But what are we even fighting for? This is their ideal.
You are right. This is a fool's errand more than it is anything else.
I understand the circumstances of your arrival in Etredale is far from ideal or honorable. I myself am an outsider here, and I understand that the Etredalian culture is not always accommodating or hospitable. But you
Understatement.
where you talk as if you are not part of this world, as if you're just going to walk from island to island, escaping hellfire and destruction, as if none of this matters, and as if you can't save lives, working with a ally that you may not like.
I save lives based on who Ophelia guides me to do so. I serve a power that is far greater than any pathetic family and their political squabbles amongst each other. Each life that I have snuffed out has saved the lives of thousands. And when I am done here, I will continue doing the same in her name.
So at this
Man,
point,
I've seen. Oh,
And
sorry, continue, Mike.
I've seen what's on the other side, Galamea. We can go traipsing around, but there is no escaping hellfire.
then what do we do? We're fighting this. What next?
I mean, that's it, right? We go out, we fight this, and then they'll tell us to fight something else, and we'll fight, and then the hellfire will have us. That's our future. Without Auric.
My future is to go find his daughter. I don't care what these families say. That's what I will be doing after we deal with this.
It's at this point that Storig bursts into the room.
They took her.
What?
They took.
And I'm
They took Isabel.
Who?
can I go over to him?
Look!
So,
Just like
who?
hands
Who?
shaking. Like Story just hands the letter over, and he just
she'll,
starts
like,
clutching his hair, pacing back and forth.
She'll
How did
start.
they know? How they find? What do they want?
I read it, and then I pass it to Saros. Another problem.
Bad luck following us around again and again at every turn.
What does that one say?
It's the 5.
Again?
Who is Isabel Stork?
She's a friend. I help that I live with, and we've been living off in the insert name of building here.
Oh,
We were just regular folk. We never meant no trouble to nobody. I've never even heard of these people until I started working for. Oh Lord, oh gods.
Story.
What would they do with her?
Kill her, probably.
Oh,
But they're not going to. They're not going to. Clearly, they know what we're doing. They know you're going with us. We'll find her. We'll find her when we're there.
but why? Why would they do this?
They are bad
'Cause
people. That's why.
They're monsters.
Well, Leaf, you want to do some good before we all get consumed by hellfire?
And Leaf doesn't answer. He just kind of like puts down the empty bottle of wine and goes over and sticks a claw in another one. And yeah, just like goes over to the window and looks out.
Please,
That's a
you've got to
yes.
help me.
We will.
Uh,
Or I will. I can't speak for them, but I'll help you.
I'll pay anything that you ask.
No. You don't have to pay me anything. Not anything.
We do this job and we get rid of our babysitters. No offense, Miss Roche.
No worries, there is no love lost. Stoic, we will help you. We are going there anyway. We will find Isabel.
Thank you. Just grabs with both hands to your hand, just like shaking it. Thank you. He's got
take a seat,
tears
take a
running
seat.
down his cheeks.
She tries to lead him to a chair. Take a seat. Storig, try to relax.
His
please.
legs are very wobbly as he tries to sit down
Aw.
and calm himself.
I'll pour him a glass of wine. Be okay.
And he just slowly just like sips.
Oh.
Is there anything else you guys wish to talk about while you're here? You're just going to sort of
I
continue to
wanted
drink.
I wanted to pull Galamea aside at some point, but I want to wait till she's done talking with Story.
Okay.
I'm just gonna lean brutally against a wall for a while.
Yeah. Just sharing a drink with Leaf, I imagine.
I don't even know. I think we're probably just brooding in silence near each other.
Thank you very much for the raid once again. Welcome in, and
Hey.
welcome in. The party is currently having a D&M about their prospects, and Paul Storig had his friend kidnapped. So we're just gonna see how that goes.
Yeah, right. It's like I was planning on Galamea being like, "Where were you, Storig?" And then you had to go do that.
So, continue.
when Galamea is done talking to Storig, Sloan wants to go sit next to him and talk, but I don't know where we are in the.
Okay.
Galamea's
timeline of things.
would be kind of, after giving him the wine, patting him on the back a little bit, would kind of look back to the rest of the group, see Saros and leave, kind of dismissing the meeting, and take a deep breath and step away for a moment.
I'll go take her seat and just kind of sit down, just holding the violin case close, and I'll say to Storig, I know what it is like to lose a friend, and it is not easy. It does get better with time, but I know that we're going to try everything we can to help you find your friend.
Storig just like holding on to the glass and just looks at Sloan. You lost someone.
I did, and kind of holding out the violin case. The man Ulrich they were talking about, he was my best friend. He was teaching me how to read.
Oh. Well, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I don't want to believe that he's gone, but all that we got back was his violin case with his hand in it, so I think he is. But I don't think your friend is. And I promise I will help you find her as well.
You can see Story shaking, relaxes a little bit, and his shoulders lower. Just like, thank you. Thank you. You know, he's just kind of tapping the glass of wine. You know, my mum, she used to tell me stories about adventurers, how some of them would always like to charge exorbitant money, but some of them would like to help out of the goodness in their hearts. I don't know you lot that well, but I like to think the best in everyone, and so far, I like to think you all the latter half.
Most of it. Well, I think we all are most of the time. But we will help, and we will not. I don't think we'll ask for anything in return. I certainly won't. I just want to see you back with your friend. I think that will bring me some comfort.
Thank you. But I did want to ask, if it's not prying too far. When I walked in, you were talking about being consumed by the hells. Was that metaphorical? Or have I just joined a party with some realm-destroying quest?
I don't know the full details, but I also am not quite sure what metaphorical means. But Leaf has been there before, and probably will go again.
Cool.
But not for right now. Right now, we have to find your friend.
All right.
and she'll just kind of take a hand off of the violin case, still holding it tight with the other one, and kind of just pat Storik's hand gently.
Just turning his hand to just like hold it, comfort.
Leaf, hearing them talk about how you went to hell, because you're in the same room, not very far away from each other, do you look up, interrupt, talk at all, or just kind of sit there silently?
No, yeah, I think like he's kind of like his ears maybe like voop voop backwards, but he's still just kind of brutally looking out the window.
Okay.
I wanted to pull Galamea aside.
Go for it.
I wanted to ask her something. I assume that's like, unless when you disengage, you're heading back to the room.
No.
Really, it will kind of.
She just would have kind of sat. She wouldn't have gone too far from Storig, and would have kind of been silently watching Sloan comfort Storig like a mother and father were sitting there.
Oh.
And the dad figure is just like, it's.
I'm assuming the seat beside you is free then?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lilia will kind of, she'll hesitate for a minute, but she'll come sit beside you. She's got like a glass in her hand. You mentioned you were an outsider here before.
That is right.
May I ask where you're from?
Well, despite being somewhat of an outsider, I must admit I've spent most of my life in Etredale. I was a small girl when my family arrived.
How did you handle, I guess, adapting? Etredale is a very different culture than my own.
Well, I knew that even at a young age, that my family was not respected, that the worst was assumed of us, and that we were just violent people of the north, no better than the demons over the mountains in Jarkelheim. I put up walls. I stayed quiet.
How did you take?
Go ahead.
How did you take down those walls?
I haven't.
And how do you deal with having them up all the time? And she's kind of like looking down into her glass, and you can see her hand like tightens. Like, like when you tighten your hand, you can see like the knuckles turning white.
My father thought that if we served the Umber Hearts, and that the rest of the country saw that our family would be respected. We have a small plot of land in the north that can barely sustain fisheries. And it is only because we sold our services to the Umber Hearts when we were raiders, and we said we would protect them from raiders. And we made our name in this land, killing our own people. I keep the walls up. They drink, they gamble.
How would you recommend going about it then, when the land you've come from did do the atrocious things that everyone talks to you about, even if you didn't do them? You knew people around you did. You weren't ignorant. You know that it happened. And that's the first thing anyone sees when they look at you.
No. Take one day at a time, and you respect the way you can. That's why I like the battlefield. That is where it is all gone. It's just you and the enemy. Nothing else matters. And when you come back, you say, fuck you. And then you steal their money in a game of cards.
Really, actually kind of starts laughing a little bit. Like, that like kind of got her out of this morbid headspace. Not sure I should try that. I think that might get me into trouble, but I understand the sentiment at least.
And Galileo will soften at this a little bit and kind of get closer and not be as standoffish. When I lead soldiers, all I care about is making sure as many of them survive.
Right.
Just do that. Do what you wish. I am stuck here in this castle because I refuse to let thousands of soldiers die. I'm stuck with you people because I refuse to let thousands of soldiers die.
I apologize that you've gotten wrapped up with us.
Seems as though we are all bound up in knots. I hope that you all can be free of these bickering families after this.
Not sure yet. There's not much left.
And she'll finish up the glass of wine in her hand.
At this point, the moon is well past its zenith. It is very late, and you are meant to be leaving early in the morning. Are you all heading to bed?
Yeah, I'd go.
Okay. So,
There's I'm not going to want to do a big thing with it, but there's one last thing Galileo would do before going to bed. If Sloane is not just kind of trancing away to bed.
She'll be walking slowly. You catch her.
Yeah, I would catch you probably right after talking to Rylea, keeping it from getting too late. I was not able to spend too much time with you the other day. I hope that we did not get off on the wrong foot when you asked where I was from.
No, I am sorry if that was rude. I'm not feeling like myself.
You have a lot of anger, a lot of energy.
And sadness, grief.
I saw you today hacking away at that tree.
I needed to hit something, and I didn't want to hit a person.
If you are not too tired before tomorrow, if you'd like to come down to the barracks, maybe you can practice a little bit discipline. You had some good swings against that spider monster. You could be even
I would
better.
like that.
And just the benefit of making you feel better. And I don't think you'll hit me.
We will see about that. With a very small smile. Thank you.
And we'll go and train together a little.
Okay.
New best friends.
Yeah. Just she's walking down the
Hitting
hallway,
each other,
just
that's how-
Yeah.
throws the auric hand out the window. She's done with that now. Okay,
No.
so
Battle broads.
yeah, you all
Yes.
go to bed, and the two northerners wake up early. They go training for a little bit. You will, when the rest of you wake and you have breakfast, you will find that at the bottom of the stairs to the sort of small dorm that you're living in, a number of horses have been tied up, saddlebags, rations, a map, and a basic path plotted, with a note in one of them saying that Henry is leading a troop out of the Northern Gate shortly to deal with a group of cultists that have sprung up not too far from where you're heading. So you will have some allies close by for at least the first half of your journey. And the journey is going to take a number of days, 2 to 3 weeks. But this area, for the most part of the plains anyway, is safe. Until you hit the forest, it shouldn't be too dangerous. So, do you wish to head off straight away?
I mean, I'd be outside probably having talking to the horses because animals are easier. Waiting for everyone.
Okay.
Storig might join you.
You'll find her like having talking to this horse as if it's responding to her, and then looking down at something that you can't see, and then she's talking to the horse again.
Just walk up, making sure that he doesn't start. They're good listeners, aren't they?
Yes, wonderful conversationalists.
Good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
You all
Wait.
packed and ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. Are you ready?
I
do
don't
this.
think I'll ever be ready for something
Well,
like this, but we've
Well,
got to go on anyway.
maybe this will help a bit. I want to give Storig one of the medicine kicks I've been making.
Okay.
Oh,
It's can't do miracles, treat pain and stop infection. Something we'll probably need.
how do you pronounce her name again? One more time. Sorry.
Rilia.
Rilia. Oh, thank you, Miss Rilia. This means a lot.
Oh, it's nothing, dear. Really, it's nothing. Thank you for coming, and I'm sorry that this is what's happened.
Not much we could do now, except our best.
Right. That's right.
So what do I add? Medicine cake.
Medicine kit.
Kit.
The medicine kit.
It was much
No,
more
no,
interesting.
And
it's
medicine cake too, because that's
it'd
cool.
be so much better if it was medicine cake.
It would have been a medicine cake if I had learned that Sloan likes sweets. I would have made a medicine cake for you.
Is there Advil in
yeah.
this? Yum.
So you all get on your horses and start riding out. Sloan, as you exit the front gates, you open up a small bag on your hip and find 4 creme brulees. Since you have
Hey, I immediately eat all of them. All 4 of them. I
Four
don't care.
creamy brew.
Nope,
4
I don't
creamy
share.
brewies.
Yeah, to fill anyone in who's new to the show, Sloan has a magic bag connected to a
Magic
baker across this continent who occasionally puts some nice creme brulees in there for her.
A very nice baker
creamy
considering we
brulees?
blew up.
You're
A
staying
very
in Ross.
nice baker
Supposedly
considering
a
we blew
very
up the
powerful
town.
baker that created this bag of transference.
Yeah.
She didn't create it, but
It's
she.
Sloane's favorite. She'd never had sweets before, so that was the first thing she had. So
Again,
favorite.
A very kind-hearted baker because we blew up the town this baker lives in, and they're still sending creme brulees.
So, you're riding out over these gorgeous green plains. You see wild horses. You see the occasional circling griffin. There's, slow rises, slow rises of hills that fall off, and after I'd say about 10 days, you can see sort of the smudge on the horizon. That is the mountains and the trees. Maybe another week later, you would arrive at and that's about the 10 days is where you see the army sort of parts ways with you, heading at a different angle away. So you're no longer sort of protected, but there's enough people moving around the plains that things kind of will keep away. So on day 18, 19, as the sun sets, you approach the forest.
Can I say along the way, Storig would be taking notes on nothing useful, but just the mannerisms of the party members. Like Sloane likes smashing things and has a sweet tooth, and then for Leaf, broods in the corner a lot, very mysterious and funny accent, various little things like that.
Oh.
Okay.
And Sloane would watch you, just kind of watching you write and trying very hard to remember the way the letters are written, because she's still working on it. She's
he would
not very
teach you
good at
small
writing.
words.
Would
Yeah,
you?
just this one is flower right here. It's because these the flowers, they're pretty and nice, and you can put them in your hair.
I do like flowers.
Do you?
But I like sweets. Yes.
And this one is a U. It's like an O, but if the top was chopped off, just funny
That's
little.
what Ulrich said. That's how he taught it to me.
Does Storig know how to draw? Is he an artist at all?
On the level of an amateur artist. He can draw crudely.
Would he be, if you're taking these notes on mannerisms, would you be sketching anything next to the notes of Leaf and Sloane and the rest?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Probably little stick figures and stuff.
Stick figures and cat ears and whatnot.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I have a quick question. My spirit possession, does that have a time limit on how long? I'm looking through, it doesn't really specify on how long I can have. As soon as I'm able to, I'd like to get some woofers, please. Have my spirit possess some woofers, if sometime along the way.
You might be able to get the occasional stray dog that's very malnourished on the plains, because at best it can hunt prairie dogs and rats and rabbits, and all those things are going to
not quite in wolf territory yet.
No,
fine.
That's another forest entirely where you're heading.
It's very helpful that you're bringing along all of this bait. Most of it will lure out the spider quite well as we trap it inside the webs. Good thinking.
Yes, I'm always trying to find a solution. Always trying to find solutions to our problems before they arise.
Okay. So as you approach the forest and the sun is setting, you see that nothing is moving here. There seems to be no sign of life. The light in there is very dim. The sun doesn't get through the canopy too much, and there's a low fog sort of creeping off the mountains. As you get closer, those with dark vision can sort of peer a bit further into its interior, and you see these thin, gleaming, gossamer strands pulled tight between trees. A million thin threads that have spelled the end for countless unwitting men and beasts. And you can almost feel the thousands of eyes of the creatures that live in those webs, waiting for you and watching you as their next meal.
Are we burning it all down? Is that the plan?
Good start.
We want to avoid the webs. I was told very explicitly that even just glancing the webs, she'll know where you are.
How do you suppose we do that? As I just look from like left to right, as I'm assuming this is just like a totally cobwebbed forest.
I don't know.
Yeah, a little.
We'll throw one of your dogs in it.
Welcome to the Mistlands.
I could just, you want a fire, I can cause a storm of fire. That can happen.
Yeah, let's do the fire. I've grown quite accustomed to old Frankfurt's company here, like pointing down at one of these scraggly dogs. When he looks at me, I feel okay.
I didn't even realize I'd actually gotten them. Okay. His name is Frankfurt now. Fine, then. Are we I'm assuming we're outside the forest still, just kind of
I'll say you're
around it?
In that like low shrubbery bit, like before it becomes the full forest, like maybe 20 feet out from the tree line.
All right. Well, people are probably going to want to get down because this is a scary spell.
Ooh, I'm shaking.
Somebody should pick up Frankfurt then. You don't want him running off into the fire.
Yeah, Leaf grabs Frankfurt under his front paws and holds him up, and it's like, here, get a good view, buddy.
In my head, he's a basset hound for some reason.
Oh, for sure. I'm picturing him as the basset hound from Five Goes West, the old sheriff basset hound.
Absolutely.
Nothing can happen to this basset hound.
That's up to you. All right. So, what are you casting?
Firestorm.
Okay. Sure. So
you asked me to set it on fire. I'm setting it on fire.
You cast Firestorm, and as you light up the area, what you see is possibly one of the scariest things you will see in a while, as the entire forest floor was a field of spiders, edge stacked on top of each other. So they start lighting up, and you can hear the sounds of their bodies grinding over each other in their effort to get away. They start moving up into the trees, and the webs get set on fire. So they're just there's just flaming spiders falling, and as the wind sort of blows, it also blows in your direction. It's just ashes and cinders of spiders and webs draping over you all alight.
No, I'm okay not doing this. Should we just bail? This is seeming like a worse and worse plan by the minute.
I'm just covering Frankfurt's eyes and screaming.
Sorry, Storog?
Oh, no.
Okay.
My mom used to say that we should treasure all life, but that doesn't mean we need to like them.
So as the firestorm sort of rips through this area, the fires do spread a little bit, but this part of the forest being so close to the mountain with the fog is kind of dank and damp and wet. So it doesn't spread properly. However, you've got this nice area clear where you can start to walk in, and these spiders...
Sorry.
And the spiders do tend to... steer clear of you like they're a little bit sentient. Do you remember watching The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, where they had all the scarabs, they had the torch, and they just yes, it's exactly that, with almost that sound, that scuttling, scurrying sound, and you can just hear the thousands of clicking mandibles and their fangs.
As the fire starts to maybe clear out a little from some of the remnant fires, Galileo would start lighting torches and handing them out to everyone.
Okay.
Seems like a good time to cast Death Ward, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, as is tradition.
Any other preparatory spells and things?
Yes, just one moment, because my when I put my long rest in, it did not reset my spell slots. I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Anybody want to make me faster?
Yeah, that frees me up to cast Longstrider. So I'll cast Longstrider at second level on myself and Sloan.
I'll let you
Thank
all
you.
do these buffs so that you can keep track of them, because this is far too many for me to keep track of right now. But I believe it was Pass Without Trace, Longstrider, and Torches so far.
Torchlight.
Yep.
And
Mike, can you
I,
Death Ward.
remind me what Longstrider does again?
Plus 10
Extra
feet.
10 feet.
Perfect. Thank you.
I will also cast Circle of Power, which gives us advantage on saving throws against spells and other magic effects.
Ooh.
For how long?
And if you succeed, hold on, I'll just put it there. There we go.
10 minutes, looks like.
Yeah, it is for 10 minutes. So a little bit on the shorter end, but I feel like we are
Okay.
in potentially immediate danger.
A thunderstorm is rolling through. I apologize if it gets loud. Not much I can do about that.
Oh yeah,
one.
if we succeed any damaging saving throws, we take no damage instead of half.
Ooh.
Nice.
God, what an
nice.
amazing spell.
That is
Good one.
That's really cool.
fucking bards. All right.
It
Anyways,
makes us gnome rogues.
Clerics can get it too.
yeah. All right. So, does everyone want to roll? I'm going to make the stealth check kind of also your acrobatics check to like move through this to as opposed to making you roll twice and like having two chances of failing. Just stealth check from everyone. This is to be quiet and avoid all the webs that are
You
still
have a
left.
you have a plus 10 to that stealth check
I
because of Pass
know.
Without
Do we
a
just put it in
Trace.
situational bonus?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Oh,
Good old Sloan.
Thank God.
Wow.
16 total.
I am also 16.
Hey.
31.
18.
24 with disadvantage.
26.
Let me have
It's
a
a
look.
climb the
I-
night today.
Give me just one moment. I have to release the woofer.
I'm just gonna check.
26. I rolled a 6.
Ooh, casual plus 20.
Let me just check what the DC is on this save. That's really high. Okay.
We want, do we know where this thing lives in here, or just that it lives in here?
You don't know exactly where it lives in here. You'd have to start doing some investigation or survival to track it.
Well, I guess I just cast locate creature.
Fine, that also works.
if he's within 1,000 feet, and I can hold this up for the next hour. So I know if he's within 1,000 feet of me, I sense the direction of the creature's location. As long as that creature is within 1,000 feet, if the creature is moving, you know the direction of the movement.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna get really loud. Sorry about the rain, guys. As you can you just sorry to keep it
I'm gonna
dropping, but
post it. Yeah.
can you guys hear the rain coming through my mic at all? It's good.
It's so
Little bit.
quiet.
It is
very, very, very quiet.
Bucketing down outside. Okay.
It's ambiance. It's great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
no, it's fine.
so it starts raining
That's
in
the
the
sound of
game,
spiders falling on our heads.
Ugh, no.
and they're just like those tiny, tiny little ones that you don't notice really a
Yeah,
whole lot.
yeah.
Okay,
Until you look
move
at
on. Gross. Thank you. Moving on.
Okay, so as you guys
Are you
moving
done?
through-
Yes.
as you guys are moving through, Sloan and so what did you roll there, Storig? Really bad, apparently. 5. Okay, Sloan, Storig, and Galamay, did you get 24 on disadvantage? That's really
Yeah.
good. All right, so it's just Sloan and Storig. You sort of, as you're moving, you sort of like feel this like pull on you just a little bit as you've touched the webs. The DC was quite high because they're so small and so many that you just like sit there, and as you sort of touch it and you look down, like tiny little spiders start like trying to make their way onto you. Yep, thought that might be the case.
Yeah, brush 'em up. Sorry, little friends. Yeah, this is not a ride for you. This ride's not free.
I don't like it. No. Get off.
Galame would go over and try to like just take her torch and burn away the webs near them, just to try to make sure they don't get stuck.
I'll say it's at this point that maybe like 30, 40 seconds later, as you guys all sort of realize you've touched the webs, that Saracen's like, okay, I'll cast that locate creature. It is about... Do you have to know the name? You posted, didn't you?
If it's familiar to me. I actually can't put, if it's not on my Foundry list because it's an Arcana Cleric thing. Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the creature's location as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet. If the creature is moving, you know the direction of the movement.
I'll say, given your research, it'll be familiar to you. Like you've read a lot between you.
I will say I can't locate it if running water is at least 10 feet wide, blocks a direct path between me and it.
Yeah. Okay. It is 200 feet away, angled upwards into the trees.
Hold.
And getting closer.
We got incoming.
All right.
Cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
And I lose my... No, I'm gonna prepare an action to cast Aura of Vitality once I can see it.
Okay. You all sit there waiting. You form a circle, like almost back to back. You're looking around. You can't see it, but it's directly above you. Kind of just imagine aliens, right? And it's like that's they're in the room, and you sort of like look up, and you can't see it up there. Tell you what, I'll let you make a perception check, though it's technically outside the range of a lot of dark vision. We'll let you make a perception check.
All of us?
Only really Saros knows exactly where it's meant to be. The rest of you would just be like looking around.
Damn it.
21.
Waiting tree?
23. So, okay. I'll say that you notice it as it starts to descend. Silently from the trees above you, this massive, bloated, and grotesque spider starts dropping to the ground. Its limbs... like it's the spidery limbs of it appear to be made from some like alien night sky with stars visible as distant pinpricks within them. It tells of the being's once celestial nature, now devolved into some sort of horrific demon spider. The white hair on its head seems to extend just eternally behind it as web, and it's descending both from its minaret and just the hair just unspooling from its head. In that hair, leaves and small creatures are trapped in this impossibly hard spider silk that seems to follow the creature wherever it goes. Where the spider's head would be instead are clawed arms and the head of a large drow woman, the face twisted into an evil grin, and the jaw, the bottom jaw is like distended with just massive hooked teeth, the size almost like short swords on the top and like daggers, short swords on the bottom, daggers on the top. And as she gets a good look at you, she starts salivating, dripping thin streams of poison to the forest floor. Leaf, you notice this as like, I imagine this at this point Saris is like tapping and like pointing up as it sort of comes down or saying something.
The moment I saw it, I would have triggered the components for my spell.
Yep, go for it.
Which is, sorry, it's not Aura of Vitality, it's Aura of Purity, which is a 30-foot radius to give resistance to poison damage and advances of saving throws against blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned.
Okay.
You're awesome.
30-foot radius. So this is my entire plan, is this one spell, so this is all I've got.
You are wonderful, Saris. Thank you.
Leaf, you find that your devil arm is growing hot in her presence, as if your body senses that you're in the vicinity of a creature that is your enemy, somehow celestial and demon together. That devilish hand knows that it's been made to kill these sorts of things.
He switches Frankfurt into his not devil hand, and then kind of like shaking it. It's just like, yeah, you'll get yours. You'll get yours. We all will.
Okay. as her legs hit the ground, she sort of eyes all of you. I must thank Sam for sending me another meal. I haven't even started on the first. She looks around a bit. Oh, he isn't here? Just my luck then that you have come to my home. Come then, my babies are hungry. I want you all to roll initiative.
Ah!
Everyone,
Can
everyone.
I hit it? Can I hit it in the middle of this monologue?
Yeah,
'Cause
everyone-
immediately back it.
It's
Everyone
about
gets
it's about
What's
40
up?
gets
feet
plus
away
5.
right now.
Everyone gets
Everybody
plus 5
gets a
to their
plus 5?
initiative. Because of you.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. Awesome.
Let's start
Okay.
the
Just wanted to get
encounter.
that in before people rolled.
And I will give you
Uh.
just one moment as I take us to the battle map.
Oh. Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oops, that's not the button I want. This one. I don't know if you can see. You guys are kind of here at the moment.
Oh. Let's see.
I can't see anything.
Yeah,
Oh my
some of
God.
you will be very hard to see. Let me,
Oh, I love
you
dark
you
vision.
guys still have dark vision.
But wait,
Oh,
didn't
like-
we all
oh, I
have
can see.
Oh, that's so
But
sad.
didn't we all have
I can give you
torches?
torches. I can give you
We did,
torches.
yes.
Let's say we had torches. Oh, that's
Should
You
be
don't
able
want the
to just
torches.
click on-
Turn the torches off. You don't
There's a
want
torch
you don't
button.
want it.
Oh
on
yeah,
your
no, keep that torch off.
I don't want
That
it anymore.
immediately.
I don't want it
Okay.
anymore.
You right click
Oh,
on your
that's-
icon, you can click the little flame to turn torches on.
Oh,
So-
So she's 40 feet away. So let me just move her to there.
Oh, she is horrific.
She is horrific. So, because the combat went weird, I'm going to now do the whole toggle combat state. All right, now roll initiative, please, people.
Remember to roll initiative from your character sheet so you can add the modifier.
I did not do that.
Can you do that?
Oh, yeah, I clicked it and it just happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
How do
good.
you roll from your? Oh,
Never
I
mind.
see
It
it.
didn't, it didn't
I
let,
see.
it didn't let.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't add it anyway.
I can help you guys in a second. It just
Oh,
just you all move up a little bit. So let me do this. Update combatant becomes 29. Oh my god, 29 Leaf, really? Calm down.
Do we have plus
Be
5?
fast.
Yeah, plus 5. Yeah.
Because he is playing a warlord.
Combat leadership.
Yeah. Do you want to read that out for everyone so they know what's going on there?
Yes, your presence on the battlefield keeps your soldiers focused, alert, and ready at 10th level when you are not surprised. You and each ally, so actually it's good that Cyrus spotted her. You and each ally who can see and hear you gain a bonus to initiative equal to your intelligence modifier.
Yep. Which I
No,
believe
is this one of the maps Ben made?
it is one of the maps Ben made. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to start the combat music. Leaf, you are first up, followed by Saros.
Okay,
Boy.
so right off the bat, Leaf is going to use his bonus action for Slayer's Prey. And then, just screaming, I guess, at this point. Just, God, I hate, this is the worst day. And is going to shoot her as best he can.
I
Okay.
added an aura around me just for this.
Yep.
poison
Oh,
resistance.
yeah. Nice.
In case y'all are
Nice.
wondering what that purple is.
Oh, cool. So I went before her, so it's advantage on the roll. And that's a
Jesus.
nat 20
Oh my god.
right
Yes.
off the bat.
And she's dead. No.
Of
Okay.
course she's not.
Good work, everybody. Good work.
Don't even tease us like that.
Good work, Doctor. Good work, Doctor. Good work, Doctor.
Do
We
critical
all thought we were
hits.
gonna die today. Okay.
So that is 13 plus
13 plus
sneak attack,
any sneak.
which is another 12, and then another sneak attack for crit. It's another 11, and then 2 more d6 just for funsies because of Slayer's Spray.
Okay. I think did you add those at the start? Because you should double those as well, right?
Yeah, so they're double. I'm doubling them
Okay.
now. Yeah.
Okay, so 20, 32, 43 points of damage.
Yes.
Would you like to make a second attack?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, quick reload. Second one's not. And another nat 20. Well,
oh my god.
Why are you like this?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to me. It's Frankfurt. Frankfurt's got me
Revenge.
inspired. He's looking
Frankfurt
at me
is
and
the
everything
best
feels okay.
contribution I've given to this party.
Is there more for Slayer's Prey now? Or is it just the first round? First attack of
the
each round?
first time you hit it. So no, yeah, just the first time.
So 11 points of damage. Okay, so you know that she's sort of doesn't take the same amount of damage from mundane weapons. You've been told this already. So you sort of watch and the bolt hits the sort of like sparkling night sky of one of her limbs and it sticks for a second and then just is absorbed in. And the same thing when the one hits her chest, she sort of just one of the small hands just sort of grabs it and rips it out and throws it away.
Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
He's recast it. So yes, next up we have Saras. Did the combat music start?
Yeah,
I hear.
I'm going to, I mean, this seems like some sort of awful creature, demon creature. So I'm actually just going to cast Sacred Flame at the distance we're in. My most important thing is keeping this aura up. So it can make a dex save. DC 18, which I can't imagine is going to have any problem dealing with.
Gets advantage. Yeah, 27 to pass.
It takes no damage.
Okay, so you sort of like throw this flame out, and it just sort of hits it and like dissipates across its sort of like chest, like right underneath its head and arms. That would make it. Yeah.
I will just use a bonus action to trigger Planar Warrior.
Okay.
Just in case.
Next up is Relia. Sloan, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm going to look at the thing, and I believe she is within. Yes, I'm going to cast Sunbeam
Okay.
at her.
That's-
What do you mean? I have. It doesn't want to give me. That's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Why is it? Leah really just left because apparently I hit transport via plants instead. That's a pass. So she's, I believe, takes half this damage instead.
Okay. So roll out your damage for me. I like that the material is a magnifying glass. So like at night, she holds up a magnifying glass and then a sunbeam comes down.
Yes. 34 halved.
For halved. Okay.
It's forcing me to put a template down. So there's a template there.
Is this radiant or fire damage?
It's radiant.
Okay, cool.
And I'm just going to try and keep it on her because it's concentration.
Okay. As the sunbeam comes down, you sort of watch as she swings her like large bloated abdomen away, and you can see in the light of your spell that there are thousands of eggs moving underneath her slightly translucent skin.
Awful boss.
I hate this. I hate everything about this.
Kill it with
And that is
fire.
what-
Kill it with fire.
And after backing away a little bit, just that's my turn.
Okay. That means Sloan, you're up.
Okay.
Just make sure I'm still
I'm
within
gonna do
range.
this right this time. Bonus action rage.
Mhm.
And I am going to pull out a javelin. And I believe I am just within 30 feet. I just measured it with my ruler. And I would like to recklessly throw said javelin.
Yeet. Go for it.
Yeet.
Well, I was gonna say you have a 40-foot movement. You could probably get there if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not quite ready to get chomped on by a spider just yet.
Be the best day of your life.
Okay.
Remember, you get to roll that advantage.
Yep.
Well, that's the damage. All right, now go again.
Nope, I rolled again.
You do beat its
Dirty
AC.
20.
Dirty 20. I did?
Yeah.
I did!
It's a big creature.
Excellent. 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. No. What? Oh, no.
It doesn't get rage damage.
No. Do I great? Oh, no. Nope. I didn't say Great Weapon Master. Sorry. I'll do
Okay,
that
you
next time.
can't.
Oh, you can with the
do
javelin.
that. Yeah. But it hits it, and it sort of just like looks down at this almost trivial damage, and just you hear this
Hey,
like
all right.
you hear
It's
this like
something.
sort of like high pitched squeal of a laugh ringing out, almost hurting your ears. 7 damage.
Okay, well, then fine. With my second attack, I'm going to march right up there, and I'm going to smack with my great axe.
Okay.
So I will Great Weapon Master this one.
So at -5, what did you roll?
23.
To hit? 23 hits.
Yep. So
Let me just show you what you're looking at here. Let me get this.
Ooh.
That
Knew it.
That
I've
is
seen
what you
that.
just walked up to.
Okay.
That is the background
well,
of my
that
character
is
sheet for Saros.
It is.
24 points of piercing damage or slashing. I don't know. What does my sword do? I should know this by now. I think it's slashing. Yep, slashing. 24 points of slashing damage.
Okay. You sort of like hit on the leg. You start feeling your weapon start to be absorbed, and she looks down at it, just like, interesting. That's the weapon of a god. Why are you not using it? Maybe I'll take it for myself. And she sort of like grabs the back of the blade and starts trying to absorb it into herself.
I'm sorry, absorb it into herself, not take it. Like absorb it.
Yeah, you can see how that goes in the next turn.
Duh.
She will, because it's now her turn. I should be first of all I should hit this, and then I should have gone bop, 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 bop. There we go. Look at her big shiny self. Okay, first thing she's going to do against I believe you're not raging, right? Did you say you were raging?
That's the very first thing that I said.
Okay.
Because I didn't do that in the last fight, and I immediately regretted it.
My mistake.
Shannon, make sure you move up your token to the boss.
So she's going to. Let me just check a space here. It's too big, isn't it? Yeah.
Probably should have moved forward. I'm now
She's
realizing.
going to step past Sloane to
Out
here.
of my range.
Not yet. And she's going to attempt to grapple you.
Full play, Cotton. Let's see if that pays off.
So, let's see. Why can't I find her ability? Ooh, there we go. Athletics. But she rolled a 29. What did you roll?
Oh, me?
Yeah. She's
Oh,
grappling
crap. I'm sorry. What am I rolling? Athletics?
you. Yep.
You have advantage.
You have advantage because you're raging.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right. So
Ooh.
you've rolled many times. She picks you up and holds onto you as she steps past. And then as she does that, she's going to make an attack with, she's going to attack you with a claw and a bite. So here is the claw attack.
I asked you in the in our messages, but I don't know if you saw it. Did Sloan get any rest last session?
Yeah, you would all be back to good because you spent like weeks on the
Back
road.
to good. Excellent.
So,
Good
claw
to know.
attack against you.
Thank you.
Attack. Normal. Does 17 hit?
Nope.
That's a shame. The bite. This is against you, Sloane. Does 32 hit? I feel like that hits.
Nope. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Firstly, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. You who is outside the radius of the thing.
22.
That is a 22, which I think is the DC, right?
It is. You're still gonna take some damage. Take this.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
Okay, hold on. Is that halved?
So
Because I'm
it'll all
raging.
be halved. And because this does some things wrong, it adds an extra 7, so we'll take that off. So it's 53 points of damage. I can hit this button and it should halve it. Does it halve it? It doesn't halve it. Oh well. Yeah, so you take 53 points of damage. You can halve that down to 26. You have succeeded on the con save, so you're not poisoned. Congrats. It is now. Sorry to be. So yeah, she's picked you up. She's like slashing you on her claws, and she bites you like across the shoulder, and you just feel those razor sharp, sort of short sword length talons like scrape across your shoulder blade as the top ones have like bitten in here, and the bottom ones sort of go into under your collarbone, and you just feel that poison pump into you and burn for a second, and you sort of just like roar in her face, and she releases you, and your anger just sort of pushes away that sense of being poisoned, your adrenaline keeping you going. Galamea, it's your turn.
Yes, it is. First thing that I'm going to do is Galamea is going to kind of see the fight going, see Sloane rushing in there, raging, see Leaf hitting the creature with those bolts. The first thing she's going to do is shout to Leaf, keep firing, keep your distance, and I'm going to use Hammer the Gap as my action to allow Leaf to immediately make a weapon attack, adding my intelligence modifier to his attack and damage rolls.
Go for it. So you get +5 to hit and damage.
Ooh, that's 25.
That'll hit.
And they're engaged, so
You'll get sneak attack.
That's
very
why I
nice.
chose you and not Sloan.
This is a good combo.
So the damage is 14 plus 22, so 36 total.
36. Okay, that goes down to 17, I believe. Yes, 17. Halved. Cool. She sort of like feels that hit and looks back at you, and like the twisted face just gets into a bigger grin as like poison starts falling, and you see 2 little eggs roll out between teeth and fall to the ground. Continue with your turn.
Yes. Okay. So I'm then going to run up to get beside Sloane. Now, is this a little cliffside? Is there like
There's a little cliffside. It's 5 feet movement to get up. I'm not going to make it too big for you.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. Well, I have just enough to get next to Sloane. Now I get an attack with my with my battle orders. Was that only if I am next to the foe when I do the battle order?
Yeah.
Okay, so I won't get the attack with this then. All right, in that case, then I'll get up and Oh wait, no, I am going to use a bonus action. Nope, that's an action. Never mind. That's my turn.
Okay. No worries. For her legendary
Oh,
act.
wait. No, I will bonus action use harass. Sorry. I will bonus action. I'm going to use harass the foe, which I make an attack at an enemy with a bonus to hit equal to my intelligence modifier. If it hits, it deals no damage. All right, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. God, very sorry.
You're excited.
I make a weapon attack against one target. I'm excited to use these in like a real fun combo way. On a hit until the start of my next turn, if the target moves more than 5 feet under any circumstance, it promotes an attack of opportunity, even if it teleports or gets shoved.
Yep.
So I'll make an attack.
It's really good.
It is really good. Have to hit it first.
Yeah.
Come on, Galamea. run up here, thinking you're big and stuff, leaving the aura.
Battle broads.
Exactly. Oh.
And you miss.
Battle
oh,
gals,
wait.
come on.
Oh no, I don't get my intelligence for that one.
Nope.
So
you
all right,
missed.
so that doesn't hit. Great. All right, that's my turn.
So smiles and uses one of its claws to grab onto Sloane's jaw and yank it open, and is going to use its legendary action to vomit eggs onto her.
Gross. That's a real gross.
Ew.
Yep. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Why? Why do you do this?
I'm
You said
just using.
Con.
Yep.
Ugh.
And
Dude, I don't want to
Oh,
swallow.
mother.
Hey.
Natural 20. I am not swallowing spider eggs today.
She's
Okay.
mad.
You still take the damage.
Spit out the eggs.
So let me.
No, just bite down on them. Yeah,
It's all
kill
the
her
creatures
children.
They're
Oh my
like,
god.
So gross, but so cool. That's what Sloan would totally do. Shannon would spit it out.
Take 20 points of poison damage. And you're not infected with her spawn.
Oh god, I don't even know. Okay, good, great.
You don't want to know any more about that? Okay. Cool. That makes it Storig's turn. Show us what you got.
All right. How do I put an aura on me because I still have the circle of power?
It's when you cast the spell, it'll give you the option to put an aura template down.
Oh, okay.
You can
Here, let me.
also do something. So I can put one down for you if you wish.
Yeah, it's 30 feet,
Yep. I have not put it in the right spot. I will do it again.
and that would have been useful for Sloan as well had she stayed in it.
There
Sorry.
you go.
There we go.
You have a
Okay.
circle
Battle
on
broads be battling.
Okay. Firstly, I'm gonna move.
Oh, I should have
like-
put the totem down.
Oh, hold on.
I can move it with you if you need me to move
Okay.
it.
Does this allow the aura to reach the rest of them?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, it
awesome.
does.
I move over here, and would I know if the wild spiders around the forest have allegiance to her?
Make a history check to see what you've read or heard about.
Okay. That is a 10.
You're not sure. You haven't
What?
read anything specifically on this.
Might as well try it out. I'm going to cast Animal Friendship at 6th level and find the 6 largest spiders I can find that I can see around us.
Mhm.
Be like,
Bet.
hi, little critters. This beast is not really a real spider, as you could probably tell. So if you could help us assist it getting out of your woods, perhaps there'll be more food for you to eat and stuff. And yeah, animal friendship. So if they have an intelligence of
Let's have a look.
below 4.
Well, that's so far. You
There's a
see,
spider.
I'll put down a couple spiders in a second. You can see 4 spiders, one of which is this like shimmering blue color, and 3 are just big, like hairy tarantula looking things. So I'll go 1, 2.
Oh God, are they that big?
Yeah, they're big.
Oh my god.
They were staying away from the fight. They weren't taking any part in it. They were just kind of watching. But then you've called them out. So, do they have to make a save of any sort, or is it just it doesn't?
Yes, it is a wisdom saving throw. My DC is
Probably 18.
It'll say at the bottom of your spell book at the bottom left.
18. Yep,
Hmm.
wisdom save 18.
Well, that
Oh.
one's your friends.
Ah,
The next one.
Oh,
come on.
That one's your friend.
Nice.
And that shouldn't have been an egg 5, but it doesn't matter. And that one's your friend. You have 3 spider friends.
Ha ha ha.
Friends for you.
let's sit with you and making spider friends.
I don't know. People in
Sub
this game
spider.
just like spider subs.
And yes, that will actually. And lastly, with my bonus action, I will give Sloan Bardic Inspiration. You can do it, Sloan.
Oh,
Thanks.
Let me see. I can't quite remember what is my bardic inspiration die now. It's like huge.
Should be like a D10, I think, at this point.
Yeah,
think.
D10. You've got a D10 that you can add to attack rolls,
Ooh,
saving throws, skill
excellent.
checks.
Thank you.
Nice.
And that lasts for 10 minutes?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
So, when you cast Animal Friendship, do they just become your friends? Or they respond to your commands.
They are charmed, so whatever the charmed status is.
All right, I will see what they do. I'll just roll initiative for one of them, and this will count for all of them. It just makes it easier for me. Toggle combat state. Go.
They
Speedy spider.
they
Yes.
are they at least know that I mean them no harm.
Yeah.
And are charmed.
I'll.
The charm status.
I have an idea for what I'll do with them.
Okey-dokey.
Okay, Leaf, you're up.
Okay. Seeing this terrible celestial fiend spider attacking Sloane, Leaf is going to run towards the creature, running like in between its legs, up next to Sloane. And while he's running, he pulls a chain, a holy symbol, off of his neck, and kind of like hearing him grumble, and he's just like, lost your wedding ring and your sword, I won't lose this. And he's going to wrap it around his devil arm, his hand, so that it's in the palm, and then put it on Sloane's shoulder and cast protection from evil and good.
Oh, thank you.
Aw.
Okay.
I have the best friends.
Well, all but one. Can we? I'm sorry. Can I please be told exactly what protection for evil and good does?
Yeah. Until the spell ends, one willing creature is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay.
No
Okay.
spiders for me, I hope.
You hope.
I really hope.
We'll see how it goes.
God.
Okay. So, Saros. Oh, unless there's something more you're doing there, Leaf?
I think I will then. I have.
Bonus action?
Yeah, I'm going to bonus action dash back where I was.
Okay. The creature
Actually,
may-
no. I'm going to stay where I am actually, and I'm going to use that bonus action for help with for Sloane.
Jesus,
So
okay.
you get that and advantage on your next attack. And
All right.
yeah, he's just standing there with that devil hand up now, like heating up this holy symbol in his hand, so it kind of burns into the arm.
I love it. It feels good.
Leaf, can you attack with the devil arm?
You can.
Yeah, excellent. That's all I need to hear.
So, Saros, you're up. Really, you're on deck.
All right.
Mhm.
Saros, with his flail in his hands, just kind of drops the torch, grabs his shield, and swings the flail around and is like, all right, let's give this one a test, shall we? And I'm going to rush forward and do my planar warrior wombo combo.
Okay. Playing a boom.
Oh, it's been so long since we've seen this.
All right.
28.
Ooh.
28 hits. It definitely hits.
So that does 29 force damage. And as the booming blade kind of wraps out from the orb, and you just hear the big like dong of it connecting against it, as she kind of ripples in a little bit of energy around her as well.
Okay. So there's this big, like, you sort of like run up and you just swing it like center of her chest, like right in the middle of where the arms are holding Sloane, and you just boom, and it's like shockwave just echoes out, and all the spiders that are around seem to get a little bit agitated. Right. So, behind her, you will see a few more spiders pop up because of that.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no. Oh no. No.
All right. Did that other one not work? I'll just drag another one down, and if it pops up, it pops up. All right. So it means it was Relia.
Hi. I'm gonna.
Can I just ask, by the way, that thing you've put down, is that your sunbeam? That like long?
Yes, that's my. I told me to put a template down. I don't need it technically because a new sunbeam comes down every turn, but
Okay. I was just wondering if a leaf ran into it, but that's fine.
no.
I'll get rid of it.
A new sunbeam comes down every turn. It doesn't stay. It's not like a moonbeam. So another sunbeam is going to come down and smack her in the face.
Yep.
Dex save, or no, con save, please.
That I can do.
Here's your damage.
Oh no.
Oh, that's still a pass. I don't think she can fail my.
Yeah, she has high con. Funny how the avatar of a god might have a high con.
Yeah. You know what I'm also gonna do? I'm gonna put down the totem of the bear.
10 hit points. Where would you like to place it?
I want to place it about starting here because it's a 30-foot.
Yeah, I'll just, instead of adding another circle to the map, I'll just say it is there, and it gets everyone.
Yeah.
More
So
circles.
everybody gets everybody gets 19 temporary hit points. You have advantage on strength checks and saving throws, and I get a boost to my AC.
We are
Right.
buffed.
Yeah, you guys are really strong. I don't think this
How much
god's
temp
actually going to live.
HP again, real quick?
19.
19.
Yep.
Sloan, you're up.
Where am I? Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. For my bonus action, I would like to summon Shadow Barrington.
Of course you would.
So I would like Shadow Barrington to appear right next to me. Question: you had said earlier that it dropped me, but I don't know if you actually meant that.
Oh no,
Does
no,
it still have me?
it didn't drop you. It's like it's grappled you. It's just it was blah in your face.
Okay. All right. I can still attack it though, right? Because I just can't move. Okay. So since I'm nice and close now, I would like to swipe with my Kopesh, and then my Shadow Barrington is going to do the same thing.
I want to remind you, though I feel like I shouldn't, that you have abilities on that Kopesh you've not used ever before, though you do know how to use them. Smite. You have a smite effect. Do you remember this? You don't? Okay. When you kind of made the agreement that you would be like working with the thing in the blade, it gave you a smite. If you wait 1 second, I'll tell you exactly what it is. Please hold.
Thank you.
Just because you've never used it, and I feel like if you're going to use it, now's the time.
Now's the time to use it. Yeah.
So, as I flip back through my books, I apologize for the sound of pages right by the mic. You have
It's fine.
you have Wrathful Smite and Blinding Smite that you can use once per day on that blade.
Cool.
And when you use Wrathful Smite, your weapon glows blood red, shedding light in a 5-foot radius around you. Oh, you can use the Wrathful Smite up to your con modifier per day, sorry.
Up to my con modifier. I use it 5 times a day.
Yeah. But blinding's only once per day.
Okay.
So
Cool. Well, I still would like to hit her.
I thought you might. Make your reckless attack. I imagine that's what you're doing.
Although, don't I have advantage from some buff that I got from?
You have a leaf helping
Leaf's
you.
help, actually.
I have a leaf help. Yep.
So you
okay.
don't have to do it
Yeah.
if you don't want to.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the leaf help for this one.
Yep. At advantage.
Did that roll?
You only roll
Yep.
one. You have to roll. Just roll again.
One. Okay. Roll
See if you get a 20.
again. Yep.
And remember, you have your bardic inspiration.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey!
Natural 20.
I did get a natural 20.
You absolutely asked for it.
Where?
Smite.
Okay.
No, listen.
I'd like to use the smite. Thank you very much.
It's
I would
usually
like
cast as a
4
bonus action,
damage.
but I'll allow it.
Thanks.
Go nuts.
This is like all of the nat 20s we did not have
I know,
for
you-
every roll this
you've
season are
lived
finally
seriously.
coming.
Yeah, all right. So
Okay, so that's 21 total damage so far.
Yep.
Hold up. No, it's
And then
That
No,
didn't add
with
up
plus
correctly.
10. Oh, I didn't
21
do it. Got it. I
plus
have to
7,
remember to call
28, plus 4 for your axe, so 32. And then you've got your blinding smite, which I imagine you don't have the spell up right next to you. Would you like me to grab it?
Yes, please. yes, please.
Smite. For those who, get that reference. Thank you, Joe.
I don't. Explain it
Oh.
to me.
No,
a minute.
I just watched this little animation where it was like a really good line in like part of a song. Yeah. Anyways,
3d8 radiant damage.
So Wrathful Smite.
Oh,
Is
wait, which
what?
one
Or
do I
were
use?
you? Sorry, you never specified, so I went with the
I
one
did
you
not.
could use 5 times a day.
Okay,
Uh,
that's fine. I'll use, yes. the
Your
5
next
times a
attack
day one,
deals an
that's
extra
fine.
1d6 psychic damage. Additionally, the target is a creature. It must make a wisdom save or be frightened of you until the spell ends. As an action, oh no. Yeah, so you'll do an additional 2d6 damage.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
What would the DC be for that since Sloan
Oh.
doesn't have a DC?
It's based on a constitution, so it's 18.
3 points of damage, of psychic damage.
Oh no,
Roll
not
the
3
2 and
points
a
of
1.
psychic damage. I have to make a con save or be frightened.
It's more for
although
those
I don't think I can.
benefits.
So
Fail. Damn it.
if I roll a 1. Okay, so what did we say you're at before? A lot? Like 32?
32. Uh-huh.
Three.
So plus 3 is
35?
35. Yeah, and that was
Yeah,
my first
cool.
attack.
Oh, yay, barbarians.
Yay. Barbarian fighters. Okay. So I would like
Mm-hmm.
to do that again. This time it will be reckless. Here's 1.
Okay.
Here's 2. 27.
Yep. Roll your damages.
Rolling. All right.
So 6 damage. We didn't add your rage, but it's only 2, 3. Okay, cool. No worries. Got it.
okay, and then my Shadow Barrington is gonna hit too.
Oh, of course he does. Whiffed.
Where's the balance?
Double
Oh, whiffed.
whiffed.
Double whiff.
Oh.
He is just a shadow bear.
He hasn't met Frankfurt.
No.
You can almost feel the bear spirit, the spirit of this deity that is bonded with your weapon, just like trying to lash out in impotent rage against this other creature. So you've made one massive strike. It's like holding, open your jaw, and then as it's let go and looked up, you've just smashed into the side of its neck as it's like pulled back away from you. You've cleaved twice more across it, and then the bear's arrived and done. Not a whole lot. Okay. It is her turn, and she angry. So
Well, she can just be angry.
all right. She's going to use her web of hair on everybody. It is a 30-foot.
Oh, Jesus God.
Yuck.
Let me have a look. Unleashes her hair in the form of webbing that fills a 30-foot cube next to her. The web is difficult terrain. The area is lightly obscured, and it lasts for 1 minute. Any creature that moves into the web starts its turn there, must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained.
Is this
Oh.
a magical effect?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
Oh.
Restrained is
That
one
hair's
of the
all
things that I do
natural,
not.
baby.
No bonuses to restrain.
So you said that
Don't think
this
that-
area becomes difficult terrain?
Hold up. I'm about to, do.
I might be okay. Hold on.
Well, are you in range?
Now that square, because I've added more particles to the freaking screen, is difficult terrain. And at the start of all the turns in there, you must make yourself a dex save. But we'll get to that in a moment. She is then going to carry Sloane. She's going to get like so many attacks of opportunity, but I feel like she's in a bad spot right now. So she's going to carry Sloane her 20 40 feet this way. Please hold. So do this and go 10, 20, 30. About here.
Oh.
Come with me, Sloan.
Booming blade.
Oh, I forgot about Booming Blade. All right. How much damage did you do?
16 force damage.
Okay. Ow. It is now. Joe,
And we
if you
also
want
get
to...
AoE.
Oh,
Do
we
we
got
also
an
get
attack
attacks
opportunity.
I
You
did,
do,
yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Everyone but Sloan, who's carried.
But my bear does, right? Or does my bear come with me?
Your bear comes... no, your bear...
No, it does. It's no, my bear's not grappled.
But your bear also, I don't think, counts as a separate creature.
Oh.
It's like part of you.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can hit this here, because if I do, I have Sentinel.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Sentinel's so
Hell
dumb.
yeah,
Big
forgot about this.
creature.
I haven't
Hell
attacked
yeah.
anything in
Sentinel's
so
pretty
long.
stupid.
By the way, I rolled a 28. to
Yeah,
hit.
let's
Next
do-
season, I'm completely homebrewing. Sentinel doesn't work on a creature 2 sizes larger than you because it's so dumb to be like,
that is a
"Look at
very
this
common
dragon."
homebrew because yes, rules as written, it's really stupid.
I missed it anyway.
you miss. Okay,
28, does that hit?
it does.
Me too.
Okay, and that means you get another fucking
10
Uh,
points
I-
of slashing.
I do
Yep.
get an
And-
opportunity attack. That can use my reaction.
Okay.
I'm gonna discharge 2 charges of Foe Biter to mark this spider with a frost rune. The next successful attack on it will explode on it for 46 cold damage.
Okay. So how much did you do
Ooh.
there, Leaf? 8, and are you doing? You can roll your sneak attack on it, I believe.
Okie doke. Then that's another 18.
So it goes from 26 halved to 13.
Was that the thing Galamea used on Hexen? The
Yep.
explodey rune?
And then
Oof.
Sloan, you miss.
What? I got a 22.
Oh,
Correct.
sorry. I saw this. I saw the damage as the attack. Oh well, sure, you hit. Fine.
I'm actually gonna also use the last charge to give Leaf advantage on his next attack.
Yep. No worries. Okay. Storig,
hmm
what would you like to yell out to the spiders to convince them to help you?
I'll just point at the big spider lady, and just be like, "That one is hurting our friends. Get her."
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Okie dokie.
Come
Get her.
on.
Please.
Please.
25.
25. Oh, shit.
Yeah, all right. That's
Cards.
a pretty good roll, my dude.
I mean, at your greatest convenience.
Aw.
Okay, so they're going to. If these fucking spiders actually poison her, I think she's immune. But it's fine. Let's go.
Oh,
with-
but it would have been. Oh.
They're going to make a bite attack at her.
Yum.
Normal.
Yum.
Oh god, they hit. Okay, 1 hit.
Let's go spiders.
Be devoured by your own children.
And the next
Love
one.
it. I love it.
Oh,
Let's
really?
go
They
spiders.
okay. So they're each doing 1d8 plus 3 damage because she's immune to the poison. So okay, 4 and 8. Okay, so not too bad for the spiders. That was surprisingly good. What's going to happen though is she's going to, as a legendary action, do the same thing to Sloan again. Make a con save, please.
She's doing the vomity thing again?
Yeah, to vomit.
Ew.
Ew.
Why?
Love that you keep saying you just
Gross.
out of my aura to do this.
But remember, you still do have bardic inspiration.
Yep.
Yeah, she rolled 26. She's fine.
Oh, 20. Okay, there we go. Never mind.
Yeah.
Everyone loves spider eggs. She's getting a taste for them at this point.
Mm, caviar.
Just.
Ew.
Ew.
Stop.
Oh my god.
I'm going to throw up.
Look,
You-
you guys are here fighting the big old spider thing around.
You wrote it.
Not
Don't
mine.
even. You are God.
Thank you. You take 15 points poison damage, halved to 7. And as Sloan is sitting there with these small spider eggs rupturing all over her body, we're going to go to a break. So thank you all for tuning in so far. We will be back shortly to hopefully finish off this fight. They're doing fairly well, really. They haven't taken much damage at all. So,
Yes.
This is already going way better than the Tiamat fight.
Continue.
Don't jinx it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Roll for Damage. We have just come back from our break. Currently, they are in a fight with a massive spider demon avatar of a god. It's causing them some problems. However, they don't seem to be taking too much damage. Mostly, they're just horrified, while they are dishing out a reasonable amount of damage in return. So, I'm interested to see how this is going to go. Though right now, it kind of looks like the big spider's trying to take Sloane home for a takeaway meal. So we'll just see how that goes. Okay. It was Galamea's turn. What would you like to do, Galamea?
Okay. I am going to kind of do a long arc around to join Sloane again, stopping by Leaf first, where I will use Hammer the Gap. I'll shout out to Leaf as I'm running past him, fire, fire, fire now, and give him an attack with my intelligence modifier added to his attack and damage rolls, and he has advantage because I gave him advantage on my last strike.
Mm-hmm.
So go for it, Leaf, attack.
Let's have a look.
I think he'll get sneak attack too.
Yep, that's definitely hit, and all the dice come in. So 27 points of damage,
And then
Plus
9
5,
plus
and then
plus 5. Oh, yep. So 27, 32, plus additional
9 from the
9.
exploding rune.
So let me go and take that away. And then 9 and okay. All right. With Leaf's attack, that hit seems to impact into one of her legs, and this time the arrow is not absorbed. You actually see the leg, the carapace of it cracks, and inside, between this two pieces of starry night, just ooze and ichor seems to drip out to the ground as you've managed to actually crack her shell.
And then I will bonus action. No, she's grappled, right? She can't move.
Talk a little louder, Sean.
Sorry, Sloane's grappled, right? And she can't move.
Yep.
All right, then I'll just do a another harass the foe and attack and try to promote that attack of opportunity condition again.
Yep.
Okay. That is a 28.
It hits.
Or actually, that would be 23, but yeah.
Still hits.
All right, so that is a humble 10 slashing damage, and if she moves under any circumstances, an attack of opportunity is provoked.
Okay. Let me look. Okay. No worries. It is now Storig's turn. You are currently in this sort of difficult terrain from the web that she put down.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
So first, I want to move a little bit closer to my allies, and so the difficult terrain means
Dex
that.
save in that difficult terrain.
Yeah. Make a dexterity save, please.
Okay.
Otherwise, you are restrained.
Bwop. Yeah.
You cannot move.
Oh.
Your movement is 0.
Okay.
You can spend an
boy.
action to make a strength check to break out of it at any time.
Ooh. No, I don't think I want to spend an action doing that. No, I don't think I will. Instead, I will cast blindness, deafness on the spider lady. So I just I just hold my violin up to me, play a piercing note, and just go, Your vision is forfeit. And then I'll blind, and I'll do blindness.
Okay. So she has to make a DC saving throw. Con 18. So one thing I'll mention, Joe, and I think I mentioned this before. We have something called hero points, which you can use to like sort of pull off cool tricks. You can either instantly pass a check at some point, or that's the spend, or you can that's before you roll, or you can roll, and if you fail, choose to re-roll. Lastly, you can burn it to sort of like make things happen you want to have happen. Like if you want to guarantee something goes off, if you want to like pull off a cool trick, if you need to kind of get an extra action in, that sort of stuff. Just like it's just a rule of cool thing where you say what you want to do, and we'll try to work it into the game. So just letting you know that as the
I don't think I want to spend it right now.
Yeah, no worries.
Just let the dice roll where they fall.
Yeah,
for
so
now.
she's gonna make a save, and please don't roll a 1.
You shouldn't have said it. You manifested it.
That was literally the only way she could fail.
Okay.
Wow.
So
All those spider eyes. All of
The
them useless.
dice? Yes.
she is blind for how long?
Until let's see. I think she
A
can make the
minute.
save again.
Okay.
Hey, 1 turn is still 1 turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have notes about things that work on her. One moment. No, continue your turn. I'll find my notes.
And I'll give a bardic inspiration to who's by me right here? This is
That's me,
Karen?
Sarah.
Karen?
Yeah.
Saris. Yeah. I'll give a bardic inspiration to you, and just give you like a little pat on the back. Oh, I can't move out of this, but you seem pretty nimble. And just bardic inspiration for you, a D10.
I look worried about all the webs around me.
So,
That will be my turn.
she sort of, as she can't see, she just sort of like starts stomping around blindly, and being very skittish. She tilts her head, and you see her hands go to a web, and like she run through her hair. She runs her fingers through it, and like you can hear them like, ting 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 ting, as it's like almost like playing a violin or a guitar, as it's like stroking across it. And she listens out, and she turns, and she starts to make her way home.
I had a feeling that being spiders, they would have some extra senses if one of them were
Well,
lost.
spiders don't have very good eyesight.
Leaf.
Don't they? They have like a bajillion eyes, though.
Really nice. Yeah, I always thought they were great.
It depends on the spider.
Leaf,
but
it is your
we'll talk about
turn.
that
Sarah,
later.
you're on deck. We can talk spiders another time.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm just Leaf is just looking down at Frankfurt and just being like, you okay down there, buddy? And rapid fire shooting crossbow bolts at this creature.
Yep, Frankfurt just sort of like nuzzles your leg for a second and hides behind you.
And
So-
I'm not gonna move, and I'm gonna use bonus action to aim.
Oh,
Steady
okay.
Aim to get advantage.
You still have to make a dexterity save to see if you're restrained, but yep.
Oh, do I?
Yeah,
He's not
start
in
your
the,
turn. You hit though with your attack.
I
Wait,
thought
where is
this
this?
was the web.
Yeah.
He's
No,
over
Leaf's not in the
here.
web.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at Saras. My mistake. Continue.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that hits. Normal. And sneak attack.
So a total of a lot, 28 points of damage.
28 plus 6 on the Slayer's Prey.
So 34. You guys are really pumping out damage. All right.
And second attack. $30 to hit.
That hits.
Bink. 9.
This party pumps out like 150 points of damage around. It's so much damage. Okay, so, and that's like minimum. Okay, So that's your turn done.
We're level
That's it.
14. What did you expect from us?
Okay. Saras, you're up. Really on deck.
Dex
Got it.
save to avoid spider stuff.
13 is not enough.
Bardic inspiration.
I'm gonna be adding that D10 of Bardic Inspiration.
Ha.
20.
20.
Is not enough. Just not
what?
enough.
Jeez.
Crud.
Yeah.
Crud butts.
That's some tough webs.
Yeah,
they're
I think
Yeah.
Saras looks back at Storig and is like, thanks for the vote of confidence, but I guess not today. And
next story.
then, oh my god, how far away is it? That changes my plan. 40. Well, I guess
35 feet.
35 feet. Can I? Oh, it is 5 feet away from what I wanted to do. I am gonna.
Do you want to
cast.
spend your point to reroll? Hero point?
No, I think I'll get stuck for the turn. I'm not too panicked about it. And I'm just gonna hit it with a 3rd level magic missile.
Yeah, go for it.
Something simple, something easy. Where are you, magic missile? Where did you go? Cast at 3rd level. Blat. Blat, blat,
Ignore that
blat.
dice. So that is,
Can we cast that again?
how many does it roll? Like 5, right? 5d4?
Yeah, it's
Auto hitting?
the Foundry is cranky about it.
Yeah, just roll 5d. Just roll d4s.
I'll roll
and we'll add the dice
Four
afterwards.
more,
Other static.
four.
So that
18
is
damage.
18 plus the original 5, right? So 23 total.
Yes.
22 total. Yeah. Because the first one got the +1.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Okay, so you sit there and you like pull and you can't quite move, and you just kind of hold up your holy symbol and then just as they like shatter against her carapace, doing a surprising amount of damage. Like she's starting to, like her body starts to leak more and more fluid as you are hurting her. She is not looking good. She's very bloodied at this point. Okay, Relia, you're up.
All right, dex save to get the fuck out of these webs. That's a fail.
That is a fail.
So, question. So is Frankfurt the only animal I have under spirit possession right now? Okay, well, I'm not going to make Frankfurt do that. So we're just going to sunbeam again. I think Leaf might turn that crossbow on me if I get Frankfurt killed.
Can you go take control of spiders?
I don't know. It's woodland
I think
critters.
So
Okay.
you just more sunbeam.
Yep. I want to know if the radiant seems to be doing anything. If
Okay, so 29. So what happens is every time you like drop this down, she like swings her abdomen out the way. She's trying to keep that away from her.
well, she can make a con save.
Yeah, I'm getting it. As now that she's bleeding, her blood ignites
Ooh.
from the radiant damage.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck yeah.
So, she has to make a con save. What the hell am I doing?
Do I also need to make this save since she's holding me?
Technically,
I could-
it's a line, right? It's a 60-foot long line, 5 foot wide, and you can change the orientation of it. So I'd say
yeah,
you just
so I
change
can
it.
make it to where it doesn't hit Sloan or Galamea.
Yes.
But can I yell out to everybody that radiant holding damage?
Yep, that's fine. And also, is it just radiant damage? That is there no fire damage to it? Okay, no, cool. So yeah, and then she takes a further bit of damage from being set on fire. So 24, so 29. It's half the damage, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Cool. It is now her spider friend's turn. And they are going to. Do. This one here is going to here, and this one's going to boop itself to here. And you see that kind of like it takes a step and just like shimmers for a second and then disappears and reappears right in your face. It's going to make a bite attack against you, Saras.
Meow him.
Pardon?
I said, yeah, okay.
Okay.
It has
sorry.
advantage because I'm restrained.
Yay. 19 to hit.
That's the AC.
All right. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, yeah.
This is not magical, is it?
It is against being poisoned, though?
No, it's not
is.
magical. It's just yeah, it is against being poisoned though, yeah.
I get advantage on it anyway.
Cool. You pass, so you don't take
Oh, really?
half of the poison part. So you take 1d10 plus 2. Let me see how this rolled out because it was being annoying. So you
Fails
take
have resistance to poison because of this aura, so
Yep,
it's
you
half
take-
half.
5 piercing
Yep.
and 6 poison.
Sure, doesn't even get through the tip HP.
Leaf, you get the same thing against you. You're not restrained, so it's just a normal attack.
Oh, I do have to make a con.
Does 13 hit?
It actually doesn't. That's wild.
Okay, so let me just, I keep forgetting to shift these down. That makes it Sloane's turn.
Okay.
My sound is down.
I'm trying to for my bear. Do I need to? Does it have the same amount of movement as I do?
You'd have to have a look at your.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Right. It's you can mentally command the echo to move up to 30 feet in any direction. Okay, I'd like my bear to haul ass over to where I am so that it can continue smacking. Like I'm about to do. I would like to try to hit it so that it will drop me.
So you want to break the grapple?
No, I still want to hit, and if I do enough damage.
Okay. If you want the bear to try to like hit it, you have to make a attack at disadvantage, aiming for like an arm, like to try to chop the arm enough to make it drop you.
Okay, I'm just trying to hit it. That was just for flavor.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry, all the dice needs to clear off my screen first.
So you don't want to like attack the
I'm
arm.
not making it I'm not making it a cult shot.
Okay, no worries. Well, you hit, so
27.
yep, you definitely hit.
Okay.
You're also noticing it's not defending itself very well right now because it's blind.
Cool.
You do have advantage on
Yeah.
all attacks on it
All
since
attacks.
it is blind.
Excellent. Good, so I don't need to use my reckless.
I have a question. Did blindness impose disadvantage on its dex save?
No. It
Ah,
only
damn.
it gives disadvantage on attacks.
Damn.
So that's 12 slashing.
Yep.
Okay.
So you come in with 2 big hits.
Mhm.
You miss the second one though.
Oh, boo. All right, and then my bear gets to attack twice. Right?
Yep.
Or is it just for
Just once unless you
once, just
action
once.
surge.
Got it.
Bear hits though. You get
Excellent.
advantage with that as well.
Yep, I thought I hit it twice, but I'll try again. Go again. Yeah, there it goes.
Okay.
Yep.
So roll your damage.
Hey.
Not bad.
14.
14.
And said spider's looking pretty bloody.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to action surge. Do it
Okay,
all
go for
again.
it. Don't forget you have smites you can pour in there as well.
Yes.
Which usually you do as a bonus action.
Okay.
Oh, there's a crit.
That's a crit.
Hey, I
Hey,
want smite on
nice.
that one.
You have to do it as a bonus action.
Well, I didn't use bonus action yet.
Yeah, no. I believe you cast it as a bonus action, and then it's a concentration spell, and saying it to your next hit.
On your next
So
hit.
I allowed you the
Okay,
first
okay,
time,
okay,
but
okay,
this time not
okay.
so much.
All right, I'll call it now for my next, my next hit.
Okay, I'll allow that, I guess. So that is a lot. Please hold. My brain has things up. 19, 30. Yeah, 30. Cool.
Okay, that was the first one, and I did bonus action.
Yeah.
Smite
Oh shit.
the wrathful one. Oh my god!
Oh my god, your nat 20 made
Fourth
joke.
one
Jesus.
tonight.
And because
Yeah.
you mentioned you want it to be blinding smite last time, I'll let you have it as blinding smite.
I just said I wanted the wrathful one.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. Either way, go nuts.
Okay, so here comes the crit. And then I think it's 3d8.
I think we've got that messed up. That's fine. 1 second.
Wrathful's the D2D6.
Yeah. That's why I said she wanted the blinding. Because
No,
that's
I
the
want-
one that has.
Oh
the-
yes, sorry. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. You're right.
I knew what
I'm
you
looking
wanted.
at them
It's
the
just
wrong way.
yeah, that's fine.
I was looking at them.
So that'll become 6d8.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Damage.
My lord.
Oh, that was good.
Let me go.
That's radiant damage too.
Oh,
Is this
is
bitch
it?
even
Okay.
still alive?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Let me have it.
So make a wisdom saving throw, please, Sloan, to not
Oh.
do your
no.
I'm a
Do
bear
my-
now.
Yeah, a wisdom
yeah.
save.
I forgot about this baggage.
Oh.
Oh, that was almost
Oh.
a one. 12.
12? 12 is a fail, 13 is a pass.
Oh no.
Wait, you still have a bardic inspiration?
Oh, I do. Yes, I'm gonna add that to it.
So you
Thank
see as she like holds up this blade and it just lights up and you stab it into the maw of the creature
17.
and like hair starts sprouting out of your arm and like your face, like you feel the bones in your face break as your jaw distends and becomes this like bear thing and you sort of like growl and it all like reverts slowly. But
Hang in there, Miss Sloan.
Oh my god, I love Stork so much.
let me double check this damage.
He's
9.
he's too good for this party.
No. So
14.
I'm not a bear?
Not a bear.
Not a bear. My
Okay.
my actual bear didn't hit again when I action searched.
No, but let me finish this, and you can do your thing. You stab the blade into its maw, and it flares with light.
Mhm.
Because of where you are, I figured this is probably to be the most likely place you'd actually attack with this weapon.
Mhm.
While your weapon like flares inside of it, it screams and screeches. And can I get Galamea and Sloan to make intelligence checks to see what effect this is having on her?
I'm not good at intelligence checks.
Oh.
Nope, 12.
Galamea.
All right. Sorry. Lost my character sheet for a moment.
Oh.
I'm usually a smart.
You have a hero point. Do you want to use it? Reroll?
Yeah, I'll use it.
Okay. I thought you might.
I've been
The die
so like
hit
in
the dice.
NPC mode with Galamea. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm a hero. It's not much better. 11.
Okay. You both see that it's definitely doing something, but you're not sure what the effect is. It's just she definitely doesn't like it. It's definitely hurt her more than it should, but that's all you get.
Now can my bear hit
Yes.
her?
Go nuts. That was so close to the 20.
Does she crit on a 19?
I was about to say,
No.
doesn't the bear doesn't get the crit on 19 feature?
Let me look.
Double check.
I thought with the echo it did.
I'm looking.
Double check. The Echo, I'm pretty sure doesn't. I'm pretty sure you're thinking of Champion.
Oh, maybe I am.
maybe I am. I don't know. I have too many games.
Okay, so while she's resolving that, I'm going to move to the.
No, it doesn't say anything.
All right, cool. Roll your attack.
I did, didn't I?
Roll your damage. I mean.
Oh,
Sorry.
right. I also have. Totally forgot. I have Unleashed Incarnation, and whenever I take the attack action, I can make one additional melee attack from the other's position.
That's what you're doing right now.
Oh, it is. I didn't realize it was the same thing. Okay.
Yep.
Here comes the damage.
Just infinite attacks.
Yep.
Okay. So.
Smash.
I mean, that is her attack then, technically. So something that does give her crits on 19 would give it crit.
Yeah.
But do you even have that feature though?
No, she hasn't got a crit on 19. Okay, so in the Mother of Crawling Knight's turn, she decides that she doesn't like what's happening. She is going to. She's going to move 40 feet. You know what? I'm just going to measure this out. It'll be much easier.
Oh no.
Dash.
No, don't go that way.
way.
Don't go that way, you little bitch. Damn it.
So she's going to end up over there. So she decides she's out. She doesn't like this game anymore. And she's taking Sloane with her.
Well,
Oh no!
you're taking the thing with you that is kicking your ass.
Yeah, it's gonna continue.
It is
I'm
not
not
a-
really worried about Sloan here, to be honest.
I'm really not. I'm pretty sure we're gonna come over there and Flo's
will
gonna be holding its
rip
head.
it. Yep,
Attack of
that's the
opportunity.
plan.
Yep, you can make attacks of opportunity if you wish.
These spider boys were kind of engaged. Do they also get attacks?
Yeah, they can make attacks of what if you would like them to.
Help me, yeah.
Sure hope so.
I don't hit them, so I don't hit her, so I hope they do.
Okay, I will roll their attacks for you. They got a bite, attack,
Yeah, 20s.
normal.
Oh, that was so close to
That
one.
misses. Next one, attack, normal. Of course, it fucking hits.
And that's such a exciting maneuver for the next turn too.
Right, so
My
just
bear
does
26.
26 hits. Your bear also dissipates. I think it's out of range of you. I have to double check on that.
Yeah.
Once it is after the
fine.
attack
Yeah,
opportunity.
Yeah, because it's within, or it's more than 30 feet away.
Okay, so as this creature runs away, you're left with the spiders that just start like leaving. The one on the hill scuttles away. You guys can make your attacks against the two teleporting ones if you wish, but
just
they're leaving. They're getting out of there.
Yeah, I got no beef with them.
All right, so they teleport out.
It didn't hit me, so I'm pretty sure it's
Teleport
one of
out.
Storig's friends.
And then the other ones sort of wait for Storig to say something. Otherwise, they're also going to just chill.
Yeah, I think them chilling is fine. They've helped us enough. I don't want them to scuttle to their doom.
Okay. So
We're too fucking good.
they have the Spider Queen escapes for now with Sloane. What would you all like to do? Sloane, I'll get to you in a second.
Run after.
Yeah,
Sloan.
chase after it
Run-
for
run.
sure.
Whose turn in
Yeah,
initiative is it right now? Still in
It
initiative.
would be, please hold, and I'll tell you. It would be Galamea's.
Okay, yeah. I will. Shit. I hate
You can-
dashing.
Instead of doing this on the combat map, because it's mostly going to be, I think, you guys running after it, right?
Mhm.
Who knows?
I mean, if I just feel like it's a waste of time having to have this on the combat, we can theater mine this very quickly. Moving to theater of mind, then. What would you guys like to do?
I mean, Galamea is going to chase after the creature. This is our
Same.
job. The creature is weakened. I'm going to chase after because if I can get within 30 feet, I can start doing other things. I want to.
Yep. Same here.
Yeah. I want to get another sunbeam on that thing. So
Try to rip off all these webs on us.
yeah.
Help out where I can.
I can light the webs on fire. That's something I can do. Druidcraft is capable of starting campfires.
I have
I
prestidigitation.
think Leaf would run back to help Storig and Saros get out, and like using a dagger to try to cut away the webs, but also casting Longstrider again at 2nd level on both of them to give each of them 10 feet more movement.
Okay.
Will I be able to cast Longstrider on myself?
Yep, sure. So
it's not a concentration spell.
You all go running after it, and you can track it. It's not being careful. You can track it quite easily.
Can I cast a spell?
You can cast a spell.
I was just going to cast a 5th level magic missile and take my luck and roll divine intervention.
Before you do, though, I would like to cast a spell and use a hero point on it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to cast Hold Monster.
Ooh.
What's the range of your dark vision?
Let's see.
Usually
Dark
60
vision,
feet, I
dark vision,
think.
dark vision.
That's a good
My dark
point.
vision
Dark
should be 60 feet, right? Yeah, 60 feet. So if I've got Longstrider and I'm dashing, well, actually,
We're stuck in a
Can't
web
dash.
still right now, too.
Yeah.
oh,
We
right.
can't move until we get out of it.
Yeah.
Can
That's
I
true.
get within 30 feet of Sloan?
Probably. I mean, if you dash, you can.
And if I dash, can I just get right up on her?
So you can move 60 feet, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll be
dash.
you will be out of range of the queen, but you'll be close.
All right, when I dash and get up on her, I would like to use staggering blows to attempt to stun her,
Okay. So
nominating Sloan, who would be within 30
is that a
feet
bonus
of me.
action? Is it?
That is an action.
Okay.
But I'm
so
going to
you're-
action search.
Okay, so give me just a moment here. So you would do that. Storig, you are attempting to. You wouldn't be able to see her after she leaves the area, so you'd have to break out the webs and chase her down.
Right.
So pretty much the only person that might be able to stop her right now is Gallimea.
Yeah. Okay,
Cool.
then I'll just assist the Leaf in cutting party free of the webs then.
Okay.
Waste my damn hero point on a intelligence check earlier.
Make your staggering blows check and explain what it does.
All right, so staggering blow. You and your allies coordinate your attacks to stagger and stun enemies. The warlord makes one weapon attack and nominates one ally within 30 feet, which I'll nominate Sloan, to also make a single weapon attack. You both gain bonuses to hit equal to my intelligence modifier, so +5. If either or both hit the target, you must make a con save or be stunned for 1 round.
Okay, make a attack at advantage, Sloan, the only one that can reach at the moment.
Wait, I can't reach her?
You're not within 5 feet of the
I
creature.
thought that
You're
60 feet got me within 5 feet.
No, you got within 30 feet of Sloan, but you were like just short of the creature. But you wouldn't be able to even use staggering blows if you didn't dash. So
Okay.
cool. So you have hit Sloan, so it must make a con save, which it is going to. If I roll another fucking one, let's have a look.
Come on.
But if she's just going to legendary action if she legendary resistance it if she does. No. Okay. So you get up there, you hit it, and it sort of like wobbles for a minute, but keeps on going.
You can deal damage, Sloan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
I did.
does.
I rolled
We've
Just
done
check.
13.
Gallimea, as you're running, you can see there's a cave ahead that the creature ducks into, and it sort of like crawls up the wall and across the roof, and Sloan's just hanging from it. And as you get closer, you can hear yells from inside. 2 men and a young woman calling out for help.
Okay.
It's going to take you at least a minute, maybe 30 seconds more to cut everyone free from the webs, but you can group up at the cave mouth. If there's any preparatory spells or anything you want to say or do, now's the time.
I have 30 seconds left on Sunbeam. So
You're well
less than
out
that
of range.
probably. So fuck, I might be losing that. Guess we're gonna.
I'm just concentrating on protection from evil and good.
Yeah. I'm preparing Maelstrom, I guess. Or
Okay.
something.
Okay. So, anyone else want to do anything, or you just keep concentrating on spells you got?
Yep.
Keep it on spells.
Don't worry.
Okay. You.
For
enter this
record, the
cave system.
totem stays. The totem stays where I cast it,
Yeah,
right? It doesn't
you
move.
have to pick up and move it.
Damn.
So you approach this cave and you step into it, and it's just littered with the bones of the mother's victims. Webs are strewn everywhere, and you'll not be able to take even a single step without touching them. You can hear whimpering deeper in the cave, but it is very, very dark. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure you guys all pack torches.
Yes.
Or we were carrying them when this happened.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you guys to now. And I will start the other screen up in just a second. You guys are kind of here in this cave system.
Oh dear.
Here we go. Everyone should slowly move across.
Spider there.
Either.
If anyone doesn't, do something about it. Okay. So as you creep in there, you can just hear this voice being like, I can feel you. I know you're there. I'm just guarding the way. Why are you doing this to me?
Talking to me.
Talking like it's echoing along the cave to everyone.
Okay. I'm just still raging.
We hear what direction that's coming from, so we can go.
Yeah, it's like
towards it?
southwest.
Imagine we just hear Sloan going like,
Yeah,
100%.
Can we start heading
bloodied
towards?
meat cleavers.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna start heading towards that, rushing towards that.
Same.
Okay.
Follow my screams.
Sloan,
I'm
what's
just,
happening?
Guarding the way.
Yeah.
Not quite. What's happening to you right now, Sloan, is as she gets
What
here,
is happening?
you can see you're over like this big drop pit. It's got spider over it, and thousands of tiny spiders crawl up across her body and start webbing all the wounds closed, and they're just constantly crawling over.
Oh no.
They crawl all over you and web you into a cocoon onto the floor.
Damn it!
So you currently cannot move. You are restrained, and your rage ends.
You've taken our Sloan away. Damn it.
So
Can I still be screaming so that they can try and find me?
yeah. You can still be screaming.
Can I have, as we're running, can I have my action prepared to just unleash a maelstrom on that thing?
You can.
Cool.
Sloan,
What
you
is
can
the-
see that there are two middle-aged gentlemen and one young woman. They've all been webbed up to the walls at the far end, and they are awaiting rescue. So, I'll get everyone
I am here to rescue you. Do not worry.
I'll get everyone to once again roll initiative.
Everyone but Sloan gets +5.
Thanks for that plus. Oh wow, that was way better than I thought it was gonna be. So that's 25.
I don't have to change your guys' initiatives. She's just
29.
lost. Okay.
You guys crushing double net 20s on those initiative rolls.
So,
Nice.
as you guys move in, I'll move all your tokens 30 feet forward because you guys all act before her. And then you guys can take your actions because there's no real problem here.
Can my thing go off?
Just wait. Just
I'm excited, okay?
I know you're excited.
Just want to murder a spoother.
So, I'm going to place down at the back here 1, 2, and dear old Isabel in the middle. Not that many people can see it yet. But as At the back of this room, you can see. I actually don't know what Story can see from here. Let me have a look. Yeah, you can see Isabel, 2 men, and Sloane all roped up, and the Mother of Night very quickly healing and covered in spiders.
You just hear an audible gasp from Story.
Okay. We'll make this go through the initiative order. Even though you prepared your action, you all see things at the same time. So, Galamea, you're up.
Okay, and this is a full turn?
Yep.
Okay. All right, then I will, for my action, I will keep hammering the gap.
Yep.
Leaf, fire away.
I don't like taking orders, but I was going to shoot this anyway, so I'm doing it for me. Not because you told me to.
You also get to add
I
5
missed.
to that.
Oh, add 5 to it. Never mind. So I don't miss.
You
That's
hit.
a 24.
And as you fire, the mother is, why stop? They made me guard this. The cult, it's leave me alone.
Kill it.
You threw up spiders into our friend's mouth. That is unforgivable.
And then I will just move forward 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, actually, that will get me right up on her. So I actually will... Why can't I move? Oh, I got the wrong thing selected. So actually, I will use my bonus action to...
So those webs, by the way,
yeah.
in the center, make a dexterity save to be able to move through them because they are sticky.
You got it.
Otherwise, you'll stop at the entrance, the edge of them.
Sounds good. Dexterity saving throw? Or check?
Saving throw.
Cool. Good, 'cause I'm actually I'm not dexterous at all, so this is not going to be good for me, probably. 16.
You are restrained right there.
I don't think I can actually get out of the webs at all.
21
I
is
can't.
the
I have to
DC.
roll. I actually literally just can't get out of the web. So
There's
I'm
one-
here.
Yellowman, as you're in the room, you see there's a bunch of stalactites and stalagmites with like impaled large animals, people, even some of her larger offspring have been impaled on them and then webbed up and eaten at a later date. So you can see there's lots of very, very large spiky bits on the floor and roof. This web on the floor is all made of her hair and it's just so fucking strong. Looking around the room, as you can see, there's just so many skulls and bodies and bones, and sticking out of them is also a lot of weapons of all different shapes, sizes, makes, types. Okay,
It's my turn.
your turn over. Saros, you're up.
Boy, oh boy, I'm gonna move up next to Galamea and take my aura with me. I'm gonna move one more so I can just get Sloane inside of it. And I'm gonna use my action to free Galamea from the webs because I can't reach it with anything, and I don't have any good other things I can do. Is this a strength check to assist?
You could. I'll let you, as your action, do the strength check to pull her out if you wish. You can see that the torch, the fire dripping from it, as it hits the web like briefly, the fire like changes color for a moment and like seems to have an effect on the web before it goes out.
Oh, can I use my torch then instead to burn away the web? Can I cast Sacred Flame on the web? And
Yeah,
burn
go for it.
out of it?
Yeah.
I guess that's what I would do. I'm assuming it doesn't get a roll, so it would the webs would just take 17
We'll
radiant
actually
damage.
double check.
You know what? I can't cast this. It has to be on a creature. It has to be on a creature.
No, it's fine. It has rules for this.
Oh.
It burns, but you don't quite like it all frays and singes, but doesn't do quite enough to break the web. You feel like Sacred Flame was just not quite strong enough to do the job, but you had the right idea.
Careful. I try just burning away the web on my turn.
All
That's
right. Storig, you're up.
Okay, I'm just gonna run up and just like shout out, Isabel! And just, now that I'm within range, now I will cast Hold Monster.
Oh, of course you will.
Hey.
And I'm going to use my hero point.
No.
uh,
Okay.
Go.
So
Hold Monster on the spider lady.
yeah, she fails immediately. And your hero point's going to override a legendary resistance, so she just sits there. And she's paralyzed.
At least for this turn. So get your damage in when you can, lads and lasses.
At the end of each of its turns. Okay. Fine. Whatever. Okay.
Paralyzed, so auto crits.
So she can't even make attacks, right? She can't do anything. Okay.
Nothing.
Right. Relia, you're up, I guess.
Do I notice the stalactites? I think those are the ones on the ceiling.
You have to move a bit
stalagmites.
further into the room to notice that there's more of them. They're not quite above her central pit, but the stalagmites are kind of around mostly around the outside of the room.
Are there any that are above her?
No.
Any at all?
There's none above the pit. That would be silly to build your web where it's going to break.
Well, I'm casting Maelstrom anyway. I just wanted to see if I could knock some stalagmites on.
Okay, cast Maelstrom and read out what
we're putting down.
Maelstrom, it gets in the chat, damn it. It is fighting me, and I do not like it.
You're gonna bury us all alive in this cave.
I'm gonna try and keep as many people out of it as possible. I'm not too worried about Sloane because she's resistant to bludgeoning damage usually, so she'll be fine.
She's not raging.
It is a swirling mask of it. She'll be fine. It is a swirling mask of 5 foot deep water. Appears in a 30-foot radius centered on a point you can see within range.
Okay, where are you placing it?
Hold on. I just want to make sure that I'm not getting these people.
Instantly kills Isabel.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I saw the face, Joe.
No,
Please
I'm
don't.
Not. I would never, ever. I guess I'm centering it here. I guess. Or no. You know what? We're just gonna center it worse. Sorry, Sloane. I'd rather hit you than Isabel.
So there will
It's fine. I can handle it.
Yeah.
You're getting Gallamea, not Storig, but her.
Yeah.
herself.
Sorry, you guys. This is literally the best I can do. She has to make a strength save, but I believe she's paralyzed.
Auto fail on paralyzed for strength and dex.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Okay.
So have some 66 of bludgeoning. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, that was awful.
No worries. I will take that. And with her resistance, halve it.
I'm so angry.
12 damage to Sloane. I'm going to say that Gallamea take damage because as the water sort of rushes out, that's a giant pit and it just runs into it for the most part. You are sort of on the edge and it has to come like way across to you. So I'm going to say you don't get hit.
It is concentration, so it is a constant swirl of water.
Yep, and it's all fallen down the hole. I sort of said that it would hit at the start, but because it says it's 5 feet deep, it has to have a floor. And since she has no floor, it's all...
So you're making me lose this spell. Okay.
I mean, I gave you all the information, but yeah. So...
It's fine.
Next person up is Leaf.
Excited.
Yeah, Leaf is just going to walk forward up next to Storig and just say that who you're looking for on the other side.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get them safe. You hold her there, and I will.
Please hurry.
I'm gonna shoot. I will still shoot twice at Pukey Lady.
Yep.
I do
You
not
have
care
advantage.
for. Ooh, I like that. That's 27.
And she's paralyzed, right?
Mm-hmm.
She is.
So do I? Does that crit, or is that only attacks within 5
actually,
feet?
let me make sure. I think any attack that hits this creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. So you have to be melee.
Okay, so
Unfortunately.
I'll take a normal hit.
Okay.
That is 8, 16, 24 damage. And the second shot. A nat 20. Oh, I used my sneak attack on the bad one.
Still, crit's a crit.
So you sit there and
Crit's a crit.
and just smash twice into her chest. You see, like, as you hit, little baby spiders just fall off onto the floor and then get like dragged away by the maelstrom through the gaps. Because yeah, she's got armor of spiders right now, and it's nasty.
That's horrible. And then I'm going to bonus action dash. So I was up here. Yeah, so I'll just dash right over to.
Remember that you don't want to move over the webs.
Right. Okay, then I'll also use feline agility to go around the webs.
Yep. So where do you want to end up? Because you can pretty much go wherever the hell you want with that much movement.
I'm just gonna end up like over here.
Okay. Isabel sort of looks to you and then to Story's like, please help.
Don't worry, Isabel. We'll get you out of there.
And she's like with like the little bit that's free, she's like reaching out to Leaf for aid. And just like starts crying. The man called Sam came to my home, and just like starts breaking down crying.
Just trying to concentrate on the hold monster.
Okay. It's the Mother of Night's turn. She loses her turn, but she will make a save at the end of it. What is it? A wisdom save?
Yep. 18.
18.
Hey, what if she rolled another one? That'd be hilarious.
I would 100% legendary resistance and be like, no, she's not doing it again.
Yeah, no. Easy.
Okay.
Makes it easy.
So she sort of sits there and like slowly the head starts turning towards you. And then when you hear Isabel and Isabel move, she like her head slowly cranes around to look at Isabel.
Don't you dare.
So it is now Galamea's turn.
So I'm trapped in these webs right now. I have to use an action to try to break free.
Yep. A strength save to get out.
Have been weakened.
They have been weakened. Oh, so I'll give you advantage on it.
Well, strength saves is a different situation, but I did need it.
Was I supposed to roll initiative for this?
Yes, you was. You are restrained.
Whoops.
Yes, you was.
Okay, give me a second.
All right, that's then,
She kind of just taking a nap in a cozy cocoon bed.
Yeah, cozy cocoon.
I failed.
Yep. Okay. So you sort of wriggling. Bit. I'll say you take another point of damage off, and like you drop a little bit. And you're like, I am so close to falling through this hole. Like you've weakened the web to almost anything more will free you, and everyone can see that. Saros, you're up.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to call out any bonus action things you've got?
I can't because it doesn't. Everything needs someone to be with me and melee with the monster.
Okay. Saros, you're up.
So sorry to clarify. Does it look like Galamea is about to fall down into this hole?
I mean, she'll free herself. She's right on the edge. She shouldn't fall.
Okay.
It's just like she felt the whole thing shift and was like, oh, good, I'm close to getting out of here, but also, ooh, it's a long way down. Be careful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take advantage and be like, yeah, you look like you've got yourself. And I'm going to just like rush over and line up the old wombo combo.
Yes. Squish her.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
And 16 to hit.
Does not hit. Do you have anything that can help you bust that up?
I mean, I guess I have my hero point. I don't know if this is the point that I want to use it, though. What the heck? Hero point it is. Even worse. What a good
Okay.
use.
No.
That's my turn. Next.
She is going to use her mythic action
Cool.
to recharge the web of hair, which I have forgotten to roll, but because of that, I'm just going to say she has to use this to do it. Okay. That makes it Storig's turn, and you can just see young Isabel crying at the back.
And Storig, seeing that she's turned around and got her eyes locked on her now, just goes, "No!" And I'm gonna use Dimension Door to teleport right above this Spider Queen, right on top of her, and try to grapple her if I can.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's
What a
cool.
play.
I'm going to give you inspiration for that because that's sick. I like it.
Oh,
Actually,
awesome.
you know what? I'll give you because I always say that if you do something like ridiculously heroic and dangerous, you get a hero point, so you can have another one.
Oh, awesome.
And this is it. You've just gone and teleported on a goddess and been like,
Yep.
So,
That's my
right on top of
girlfriend.
yeah. So, you can't use the hero point on your grapple action because you would get
It's
it
okay.
after. But yeah, you get it for this. So make your attempt to grapple.
What is that? Just a strength or athletics?
It's athletics versus her athletics or acrobatics.
Okie dokie. Yeah. 30.
Oh.
Whoa, that's a
Strong boy.
That's a lot.
Right there.
Let me find her things because I've lost it here. She has to roll a 15. Okay.
Storig is buff.
Yeah. Your flex bar.
rolled
Whoa.
It's high.
What happens if we tie? Is it that he beats it?
I think it's.
I think so.
I thought it was defender always.
I usually re-roll, but
Yeah, I
that
think
was
I
a
feel
reroll.
like reroll's good because you know, I usually favor the player.
grapple feels
but-
a little different than
Yeah,
the
all right,
other
let's reroll.
things.
Let's reroll.
Yeah,
So you
all
sort of
right,
like
yeah, we
grab
can
her
reroll.
head and she rips it out, and you sort of like reach under her neck as you try to grab her again.
That's less. 16. Hey,
You
just
grab her head
reaching
and just,
around,
like-
kind of grabbing her by her like
Hell
jaw
yeah.
and stuff, and just pulling and pulling, just like.
Yeah.
Can I give you bardic inspiration for that?
Uh,
No, I
Inspired
know.
all
I
of
know
us
you're
in
holding a
this.
violin case, but I don't think Oric's hand is an instrument.
Yeah, and with
I'm
my.
squished in the web with it.
Actually, no. I'll. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Cool. Relia, you're up. Sloan, you're on deck. Well, Sloan, you're
Maelstrom is still going, so she can make a strength save.
Yeah. Cool. Come here. Strength save.
So I realized that unless like you completely ended my spell, it still goes.
She passes. Sloan is restrained and cannot. Do you get to make a strength save when you're restrained?
Yes.
Yep. Go for it.
Well,
Make
at
a
least
strength
when
save.
you're grappled.
No, restrained allows you to still make strength checks. It's
Yep.
just a disadvantage in dex checks.
Right, make
Yeah,
a strength save.
I
Sloan.
should have mentioned that if she auto-failed the other one, she should have been pulled towards 10 feet towards the center. But she passed this, so Sloan, you failed though. Sorry.
Sloan is not moving. She's stuck in the web, but you'll take the damage. Roll your 66 damage, and I'll move this one there.
Uh-huh.
I failed with a 24.
Oh, that was 24. Sorry. I saw
Yeah.
the 15. No, you
No,
you
plus
passed.
9.
Yep, no
You
worries.
passed.
You pass.
Still half
So
damage.
Still half.
half damage. roll
Is it? It does not say. It does not say half
Oh.
damage. It just says the area is difficult terrain. Succeed on a strength save or take 66 bludgeoning and be pulled 10 feet towards the center. It says nothing
Oh,
about
okay.
half
Excellent.
damage.
I just always assume things do half damage.
Yeah,
Right.
same.
I do
Okay.
too.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
what?
okay to not damage Sloan. I'm okay.
Yeah,
to
me
do
too.
that.
Me too.
Make a strength save.
I want out.
You want to try to break out?
It's literally the only thing I can do. Another strength save.
Yep.
Okay, here it comes.
You fail.
Damn it.
All right, that's your turn. Leaf. You're standing in front of this woman, and she like sort of like starts shakily breathing. I couldn't stop me. He dragged me out and told me to tell you people that your the wizard is still alive, and that he's with the puppet master, where the Else family died.
What? And like Leaf is torn because he just watched Storig like dive on a god, and now he's getting this information, and he's like, this is a lot. I'm a little over. And starts trying to cut her free, I guess.
Yep, you've seen that fire works really well, but I don't think you have any sort of like magical fire. So try to cut her free. Do you want to give her?
I could use my devil hand.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'll use my devil hand's firebolt, I guess.
Yep. Oh wow, at your level as well. That's like 3d10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a good chance.
There we go. Just damage, or do I have to attack it?
No, don't attack it. Just do damage.
Oh, it's forcing me to.
Okay, you hit. Congratulations.
12 fire damage.
You burn off most of it. You get like her upper body free, but her lower body's still stuck. And she's like, "Thank you," and then like sees through like all the fire and stuff you guys going. She points her like, "That one." He was talking about that Elf's family.
Who's he pointing at?
You.
Who's she pointing at? No.
Okay. So, that is your turn done, or have you got more to do?
No, I think he'd just yell out, "Get her, Storig!" and you get the help action for your next.
Okay. She is going to drop her web. Let me have a look. Right. Let me have a look. Here. I'm going to have to move this in a second as I've drawn a bad square. Squares are hard, everyone. Boop. Galamea, Sloane, and Storig trapped at the moment. Those you can't get any more trapped, Galamea. Just if you get out and you don't, if you don't get dragged out before your turn, you'll probably get another save you have to make. Cool. So she does that, and she is going to. That's it. That's all she can do with this turn because she doesn't want to move off her web where she's safe-ish. So, Galamea, it's your turn. She sits there and shakes her head, and the hair like moves out everywhere to envelop this area. You have Relia, Leaf, and Saros free. Storig, you can hear what Isabel is saying. Galamea, yeah, it's your turn.
So if I break myself free of the baseline webs, I then break myself free to make a dexterity saving throw to be captured by the new webs.
I will say if you pass the save, like you've passed the strength, that's like pass for both.
Okay.
Like this is not going to make you be like. It was more of a case of if like someone let you out and left you there,
I'd have my action.
Oh, cool! I'm now stuck here.
Oh, I see. That makes more sense. When she moved, was she moving like on the ceiling or something? Or did she not actually move? Just looking at the battle map.
She got dragged by the maelstrom.
Oh, okay. So it was against her will, so Saros didn't get. Okay, cool. Yep. All right, then I'll make that strength check to try to get out.
Yep.
The saving throw, right?
Yep. Sure is.
Cool. I am so angry.
Oh no.
Okay. That's it. I can't even use my other things. I burned it on a dumb intelligence check.
Can I give him mine? I haven't used mine yet. I can't use it right now.
Galamea is just stabbing the webs. That's all she's doing.
and it's like metal. It's just bouncing off.
Yeah.
It's so tough.
Because I can't even use any of my battle orders.
I am so sorry, Sean. Okay.
But it's my turn.
You're up.
I walk over to Galilea and I'm like, I thought you were here to help us. And I cast Sacred Flame and burn the web and use my bonus action to pull her out of the web.
Yeah, sure. So she is now completely free, and good
That's
to
very
go.
embarrassing.
Yes.
All right.
I also
happens to
still
the
can't
best
do
of us.
anything.
Which gets us back to Storig's turn.
Okay. Oh man. Miss Sloan, how you feeling? Just while I'm like just hanging on to this big spider lady. In terms of how you feeling on health? You don't have to tell me a number. Just
Well,
feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
yeah, you're okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you for checking.
Okay.
Though. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah, of course. Then this is gonna be risky. And it might not work, but I'm gonna cast sleep at 7th level.
Ooh.
Oh.
Maybe she's low enough, but I'm gonna cast sleep right on the edge, kind of like over here, so it only catches her.
Yeah.
And yeah, 7th level, that's my highest slot. Ha! And yeah, there we go. Right there. And all right, here we go with the damage. That's 17 D8.
Roll it out. This is really interesting.
71.
That's
Does
a
she have
lot.
71 hit points or fewer?
She
Or at least we'll know.
like tries to look up at you, and her eyes roll back in her head. Collapse to the
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah, Story.
I love
This is
sleep
the
as a
first time
spell,
I've
but
ever
also,
seen
fuck
sleep work.
you.
Right? Oh my goodness, though.
It never
Oh,
works.
We just need to get one good round, guys.
It
Okay,
always just ends up putting like 15 newsies to sleep or something. Like just a
she
bunch
is
of kids who were running by.
currently asleep.
And after I do that, I'm gonna hop off and try
Make,
to
make a deck save.
deck save. All right. She's pretty tall then.
No, it's the web that covers your.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right.
We're all just gonna be stuck in the webs, watching her slowly come back away.
Oh, no.
no.
I got you, Isabel.
And he just like he jumps off and just like face plants in the web. Like,
Ooh.
just like
I got
his face is on the sides. He's just like looking at it like, be there soon.
Be there in a bit. Just.
That story's the best.
Okay, so Storic's done. Relia, it is your turn.
I'm dropping Maelstrom and I'm casting Call Lightning.
Okay.
It's asleep. It's asleep right now.
Oh,
It is asleep.
Lightning so loud.
Damage
and
wakes
pretty.
up.
I feel like, okay, I'll give you guys all chances. She angrily starts casting Call Lightning. He'll be like, wait.
If you want me to wait, she will hold it, but she's getting ready to zap this thing into next week.
Yeah, we do have 1 minute.
Yeah, I will drop the maelstrom.
And you prepare an
Just so
action to
people
cast.
can move. Yeah. I'm basically the trigger is it's going to be at 5th level, and the trigger is everybody gets clear of her that can get clear of her.
Okay. Well, Sloane's stuck there for the moment. So, Sloane, make a strength check, please.
You got it.
Strength save, I should say.
Yep. There it goes.
There we go.
Natural 20!
Hey!
All right, so you spend your action to break out.
It's glorious.
I'll say we'll keep the combat map up for the moment, but we'll just kind of move out of combat time. So you break Isabel out, and she sort of like stands at the edge and beckons over Relia as well. If you're okay to sort of like all cluster around Isabel for the moment and the other people you're freeing.
Yeah.
You have plenty of time to move into combat position afterwards. This is just to allow things to happen.
Yeah.
I have to like do anything special to get out of the webs.
No, I'll say that you broke out, so you broke out. This will also mean Storig's the only one that's not actually out yet. We'll wait for him in a minute.
If I'm being called over, can I start freeing these other people?
Yeah, they're free. Don't stress.
Okay.
Isabel sort of It's like, I was. I don't think that Sam person likes the big creature very much. He told me where he is. Does anyone have a way to get to them?
Where are they?
Apparently at your home, where your family died.
It looks like she just got punched in the stomach.
Did I hear her say that the wizard's alive, or was I too far away?
I'll say that you didn't for now.
Okay.
Had webs in your ears.
Yeah.
I can get us. I can get us there. It's ruins, though. It's not.
So you guys have an option now, because you're meant to be killing the Mother of Night, and the Mother of Night is waking up. But for the first time ever, you have the location of Madness's puppet master.
Problem is, I can't.
Are you all staying? Are you splitting up? How is this going?
I can't get us there now. I don't have the spell slot.
Okay.
I used what I had to try and kill that thing. I'm sorry.
Okay. Have you got a hero point earlier?
No, I burned it when
Should I give
was...
her mine?
I
take mine.
I burned it when I was scrying for Auric because that was the only way we could get through the enchantments.
The only way I'll let this work is if another caster wishes to give up theirs.
Oh.
Is there nothing? Is there nothing?
Bear.
I earned a hero
magic.
point. And I am a caster.
If you wish to give up, to burn yours to re-empower her spell slot for her teleportation.
I will.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on, but this seems very important to you. And you help me do something that's very important to me. As he lays like still on, just trying to get out.
It's gonna be like surgically sacred flaming the webs around
Yeah.
Storik.
Yeah.
Can we like pull him out, please?
In a second. So Isabel will keep like, Stoic, please just take me home. I don't want to be here anymore.
Of course. Of course, Isabel. We'll stay away from big cities from now on. No more big cities.
Okay. Who's going with Relia and who's staying here to make sure the spider doesn't follow? Or are you all going or all staying?
Galamea is staying to see his job done and to make sure Storik and his lovely lass get out of here.
Okay.
I want to look at Galamea. We'll catch up with you. I promise we will.
Who else is going? Saros,
I'll go.
Leaf?
I'll go.
May I cast Augury using my Oracle path?
You can.
To just commune up for guidance.
It's woe is bad, wheel is good, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works?
Yeah.
That's what
And
it
then
is.
there's wheel.
There's one in between. Yeah, wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
wheel
we
and
will.
woe.
And I guess the question is, do I go?
You get a booming voice in your head saying wheel, and then a whisper saying woe. So it's like it's more one than the other.
Right. Okay. Leaf, what do you think?
I mean, Orc's alive.
What?
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 That's what she
Orcs.
said.
What?
Who said
Oric's
that?
alive.
What?
Oric's alive. Oric's alive.
Or, well, the wizard
And he's
Where is he?
there at that.
he's
Well, then
He's
that's
in-
where I am going.
he's in the Crystal Forest in a ruined village.
Then let's go.
Let's go. Galamea, I'm gonna toss you the last Healy kit I had. We'll catch up with you.
Go and I think you're free now. Don't concern yourself with the Umber Hearts. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay.
I'll take her sword out and get ready to fucking charge this spider on her own.
Okay.
With Stork.
So. Leaf, Saros, Relia, you all and Sloane will head to the entrance. Anyone want to change any plans right now?
I mean, we could just very, very quickly combo this spider in like a round. I don't see any reason.
I mean, I would still very
gonna
much
be-
like to call lightning the spider, but Storage right next to it, so.
We got him out of there.
Well, I can on my round. I can just like strength, or rather, just like
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a strong boy.
action pull apart the thing, my webs. But the first attack will auto crit her. However, it will wake her up. Although you do have to be within 5 feet.
Yeah. Well, and call lightning wouldn't be a great thing to waste an auto crit on.
Okay, so the spider starts to stir. I'm going to give you two rounds to prepare anything you need to do.
I just want to get in smashing range.
Yeah, I'm taking control here. Galamea would command whoever can attack in melee to stand. So she wants Sloane, if she's available, and Saros. She would command you all to be adjacent to her, like we're forming a line, with Leaf right behind her, 10 feet from the enemy, so that as soon as the enemy comes awake, I'm going to hammer the foe. And I'm going to use advanced tactics for all of us to immediately get that first attack on them, all with +5 with my intent, with my int, and that's the plan, because we'll get 3-4 attacks off at once, all with +5 on top of our modifiers.
Okay.
First one being
guessing-
a crit, which I'll give to Saros because he's got booming stuff.
Okay.
I'm guessing that does not allow the usage of spells on that.
It does not.
That's fine.
So anyway, I think you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't be able to get within it. I can only have 3 people because they have to be within 5 feet of me and able to still attack. So Leaf would be behind me with the crossbow, Saros on my left, Sloane on my right. All of us will get an attack with Hammer the foe.
All works.
Hammer the
I will,
gap. Sorry.
I will simply just like start escorting the other 2 victims and Isabel just towards the exit. Just holding Isabel by her shoulders, just like behind me. Just
And Galamea would yell out to Story, "Get out of here! You have a bright life ahead of you. Tell this story. Get out of here. Take your wife, your girlfriend."
you at that. Do you see Stork just like blush a little bit, but like shake it off? Thank you so much. I will remember you forever.
Okay.
All right,
And
we've
run
got
off.
one shot at this. All of you, hammer into this. One might say, hammer the gap.
Okay.
Name of the feature.
So, Galamea, you cast your thing first, and I just responded to your message, Agent, both here and in our chat. I think it includes you, Mike, as well. So Galamea, make your attack.
Oh, that's right. I have to hit.
And you'd have to jump into the webs to do this.
Yeah, I think we're all spent that 2 minute, those extra rounds we had getting into position for this.
Go for it.
She's sleeping. It's an auto crit.
Yep.
So okay. So does that mean I even have to attack, or I still have to hit to get the crit?
I'll say she's so big that you can just auto crit. Go for it.
Okay, it's gonna make me. It's gonna make me roll anyway, so I'll just roll real quick. And
I must wish that had been a crit. That would have been great.
that would have been funny, yeah. All right, so that's 10 points of slashing from me, and then everyone's attacks would trigger. Oh, actually, no, that's 15 from me. Sorry, I didn't add the 5 for Hammer the Gap. So you all get +5 to your hits and +5 to your damage.
So if it's an auto crit, do we not have to? We just roll damage.
You don't. Only I got the auto crit because I
Only
woke.
you got
woke,
auto- Okay.
woke-
I'll say, you know,
Got it.
I would say that you could all strike simultaneously because you could all hold your actions to be in position and be like, whack. So I'll give anyone that's attacking in melee a chance to auto crit. If anyone wants to change their minds on any of their actions, now's the time because you're about to commit. Galame's done her thing. You've sent Relia off effectively to fight Madness by herself and to guard Storig on the way out. Okay, Sloan, have you rolled your attack? Have you rolled your damage? Let's just go with you first because I know that you're hitting it. Just, you crit anyway.
No, right. Okay.
There should be one more of them.
One more.
It's an auto crit.
Yeah.
That is some very low rolling. All right. So, how much damage you do all up?
Total that is 15.
Yep. So
15 points.
15. All right, you hit. As you move into it, you're like carving through baby spiders, but not quite getting to the body. But you still do 25 points damage. All right. So currently, Relia and Sloan have jumped into the combat and made big swings, big damage. Sloan, not really. Galamary and Sloan. Sloan, you actually get to add one more d12 to that because you rolled 3 d12 total. I think you've only rolled 2. So, and your other d12 there would get a reroll because you rolled a 2 and you have two-handed fighter. So you get to any 1s or 2s, you get to reroll to do more damage. So roll me 2d12, please.
2d12. There they go.
And reroll one of them because you rolled
Another 2.
Oh my god!
I don't believe you can actually roll 2s. I think that's the whole thing. You have to roll higher than a 2. I know that Foundry doesn't even let you do it. So 4 plus 8 is... Yep, cool. I can add that together. Alrighty. So, the rest of you. It would be Storig's turn. You going to throw any spells back as you're running out of here as this thing starts waking up?
As I'm running out, I notice that they are getting ready, and I'm like, that thing doesn't look dead enough. Keep running, Isabel. I'll catch up with you as best I can. I just jog back, and their attacks have gone off already, right?
I will say you can kind of do this all together because you had planned on kind of doing this all together. Even if some of you have been like, oh, I don't know, and umming and ahhing, it still goes off all together.
So I'm going to run like right here so that I'm within range, and I'm going to cast Thunder Wave at 4th level.
Oh.
Nice.
Just like running up,
yeah.
Get my violin out, just like take a deep breath, and make a big, loud, screeching twang.
Yeah.
Oof.
And bop.
Roll that damage.
21. If it has to roll but half on successful.
Yeah, she's most likely going to pass the save. It's a con.
Yeah.
What is it? Con. Unless she rolls a 1.
Constitution, yeah.
And she gets advantage because she's resistant to magic. Yep. So she's doesn't take a whole much damage, but as this thunder wave ripples out, the web starts fraying all the way around the edges because it's being affected by a bunch of spells now. And you just watch her see she like drops a bit. And I want everyone to make a dex save that's on the web. And she kind of like has to scrabble up. And it's almost like a fallen bridge. You know, she's hanging from it a little bit. And the weight is like twang, 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 twang as like pieces start to go.
Dex save, he said?
Yeah, dex save. Oh, actually, oh God, I hope she doesn't roll a 1.
2 die.
Oh,
Love a 9. Love a 9. We love to see it.
Okay, so Gallamea, what'd you get? You got 11.
9.
So everyone is sort of starting to fall a little bit here. However, we also didn't make you make your deck saves for jumping into the web, so you might actually be stuck there. She doesn't get stuck to her own webs. It's part of her rules. So can I just get both Gallamea and Sloan to see if they actually got stuck to the webs? It's a
Can't
Dex
pass
one.
it, so I fail.
Okay, if you roll,
What do I
roll
need to
anyway. If
roll?
you're on that 20, it's unfortunate.
Another one?
Yep, this is to see if you get stuck to the web. So if you're just like stuck there, not falling. So you are stuck there, not falling, and stuck there, not falling. So right now, she's the only one who is now falling away from you a little bit. She's
Rolled
like
another.
scrabbling onto the webs. Thank you, Thunderwave. Relia, what are you doing before you leave?
all lightning, 5th level, right at her.
Here, go for it.
Have it's a saving throw. I'm sorry, I'm so frazzled.
That's right. What type of saving throw is it?
I'm trying to find it. I believe it's con, but I could be wrong.
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
He's rolling it now. Should be an advantage. Sorry.
She passes.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. She passed on one. She passed on all. So she passes. How much damage does it do anyway? Half as much.
Yes, but I rolled this at a higher spell slot, so this should
5d10.
be 2. Yeah, it did. I'm missing a d10.
Yep.
Hold on.
So 22.
Just one more. Another. So
3
another 4.
points. All right. Who else has yet to go? Saras, did you end up doing anything?
I have not done anything. I think I'm seeing Relia running out, and Sarah's just kind of going back and forth, and just looks at Leaf and says, "That damn girl's gonna get herself killed fighting them." And I'm gonna start making chase after her.
All right. Do you have anything you want to throw at the creature at range?
Might as well throw a magic missile
Yep.
at 3rd level, which will be
5 hits.
5.
5d4 plus 5.
5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 damage.
15 damage. That's doing good. You guys are actually hitting it really hard. Cool. That means it is at the bottom, Leaf.
Yeah, so I guess Leaf is going to line up his crossbow and then looking at Saros leaving, and then he looks down at that holy symbol in his hand, and he says, if Oric is alive, I mean, this dream's not dead. And then kind of looking at everyone falling back in the hole and everyone running away, I guess, yeah, he's going to run after Saros and Brepai.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, yeah, just taking pot shots over his shoulder.
Okay, so it's an auto crit for you. So you're just going to roll a whole bunch of dice.
Okay. So then...
Because it's sleeping, right? So it's auto crit. That's how it works.
I think it's only if I'm within 5 feet.
5 feet.
Within
Okay,
5
that's a
feet,
shame.
yes.
Well, you get a regular... you get attack roll at advantage, though.
Okay, well, the first one was
Yes,
a
you do.
25.
Yeah, would you like to roll another one to see if you crit?
I'll just see.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Aw.
So then it's 11 plus 16.
So... All right. And then that's just your one shot, or you're going to pot shot a second one with your extra attack?
Oh yeah, I'll pot shot twice.
I'm going to describe everything that's happening in just a second.
31.
31, yep. That's gonna hit.
Bink. 10.
Okay, so I'm adding in a few things that weren't added in before. That's why you're seeing her health drop so drastically. Okay, so as you guys are running and throwing your spells out, you have the 2 battle broads apparently jump in and smash down on this target. The brothers in arms, Saras and Leaf, sort of look at each other, nod, say their bit, and they run after Relia, past Storig, who is sat there, and as you run past, you see this vroom, and it just shatters out, and she falls and is scrambling up the web. In the weirdest thing you've seen probably in a little while, you have Sloane and Galamea, their feet sticking to the web, just like still hacking as they've gone from upright to, horizontal. You, as you run, throw a hand back, Saros, and throw 5 swirling magical darts out at her, slamming into her back. And like at this point now, none of the children are left alive. All of them have been killed, and her body is now once again very cracked and shattered. Relia, you call lightning down on her, and you see as she like arcs up in pain, and the hair gets set on fire. And she's not doing well. She is going to use her mythic ability. I need everyone to make a... No, it'll be Galamea, Sloane, and Storig need to all make a Constitution saving throw.
Pretty alright.
21.
Why would you...
Hey!
Really?
My aura is still up too, so.
That 20 partner.
Oh my god, this happened again! Guys, this happened
Nat 20.
finale.
Each
Amazing.
creature in the hair would have taken 40 12 force damage, and any spell effects of 6th level or lower would end. However, you passed, so none of that happens. Enjoy. That's just
Hey.
We all high five.
okay. She, in a rage, is going to grab at Galamea and make all of her attacks against her. So, here we go.
Raging is my thing.
Well, too bad. So it's now. Let me just make sure this is on the right person.
20s tonight are insane.
I know, right? Like that's
Never
all.
seen so many in,
We've
like,
been
the 2
overdue
seasons.
all season. Okay.
It's a karma thing for all those like 10 nat ones you got in that last session.
You are
Yeah.
restrained.
Every session.
Oh,
17 does not hit.
That's
All right,
One-
AC is
one and a
22.
1 and a 2 with advantage.
Come on, keep rolling garbage. Damn
that's
it.
gonna hit. Cool. So that is a total of 19 points of damage. And lastly, her bite attack, which is gonna make you make a con save throw, please.
Does it have to hit first?
It's gonna hit. There we go.
Okay. Just checking.
Just check.
Just
That
checking.
was sassy today. No, but Jesus.
All right. Well,
That
look,
con
you
save
guys
is like-
have trivialized this fight.
All right, I probably got that. I'm poisoned, right?
Okay.
How much damage was it?
About to roll now.
Bunch.
Oh,
52 points of damage. However, she has to make another dex save, and she fails this, she falls. So let's oh, you fucking kidding?
I didn't get to do my bonus action before. I would have loved to have gotten a nice. Oh wait, no, that's an action. Never mind.
So she sits there and she claws out at you and like lunges up to bite, gets you. You know
Kick her in
what?
the
Because
face.
she's falling to her death anyway, I want you to make a dex save to not be ripped apart from this.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if it's anything above the 20, I automatically
No, it's not.
fail.
It's not.
Okay, because I have a 0 modifier for that. I die.
Sloane, do you want to make a dex save to try to catch him? This will be the
Yes,
last
please.
thing that can actually save
Catch
him.
her. Yes, please.
Her.
Sorry, I'm looking at a male on screen. It does sometimes.
You said dex
Yes.
or strength?
oh.
Wait, I used Indomitable. I
Oh,
forgot
go
I
for
have
it.
that reroll. I still
Reroll.
probably will fail because I have no dex modifier.
Nope, that passes.
Hey, there you go.
You sort of like, as she latches on, you punch her in the face, and she just like rears back, and she takes her arms are off it, and her front legs are off it, and you just watch the realization of her eyes as she tumbles down this pit.
I spit into the void.
Do the same thing.
I mean, she's not dead yet. I'm gonna see if she catches herself.
Well, when my spit hits her in the face, she'll fail her dex save.
The rest of you are running out the door as fast as you can to get away from this, which would be Saris Leaf and Relia. Relia, you find a suitable tree and open up a portal, correct?
Yep. I just slam my hand against the bark and I cast Transfer via plants to take us to my ruined village.
Okay. You look through and a tall, middle-aged woman is standing over Auric, who is bound and gagged, and she's holding him outside a very small, destroyed elven village. About 200 feet behind her in the edge of the forest is a very large creature you recognize well as the marble figure of madness. As you all run through, what would you like to do? Auric is about 15 feet from the entrance of the portal.
15 feet?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Leaf would quick draw right away and just be like, drop him.
You're going to even give her a chance? She's going to fire.
She's going to fire. Oh, I'm
yeah.
I'm saying drop her.
Yeah, all right. Make your shot. Make your attack.
Oh, no, like the words I'm saying are drop her. I'm not going to drop her.
Okay.
Drop him.
Drop
Drop
him.
him.
Drop him.
It's
Yeah.
my other character.
Yeah.
Right.
So
It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
the woman
Yeah.
just smiles at you and shakes her head as Madness starts just rushing towards the pair as the big marble figure of it.
He's rushing towards us or to them?
Well, it's all towards all of you because if you're in the tree and then there's Auric and then behind that is Madness, it's in your direction. So you guys step out of the tree in front of them. What do you want to do? You've said drop them. That's it.
I would like to use divine intervention.
Go for it.
And my hope here
technical-
is I could shout out a quick prayer up to Ophelia to say, oh, bless our weapons to strike true. And what I'm really trying to hope here is that divine intervention will turn our weapons into radiant cold iron weapons through magic
for
of God. So let's roll a D100.
What
And-
weapons?
I need to roll below a 10 to succeed.
Come on. Let's do this.
No, no dice.
I was wondering if you had a hero point you were going to burn to try to get that to pass. Okay. So
Well, I technically still have Call Lightning prepared. Like it's up, it's a concentration. Transport via plants was not concentration.
okay, so
Technically, I could still be concentrating on my storm.
you have to hit a creature in the storm's area though. You can't move the storm several miles, well, several
You
hundred miles
can't take the
away.
storm with you?
No.
Damn it. Well, never mind then. Damn.
Okay. Leaf, you're the only one left with an action.
Pew pew.
Make a shot. See if it doesn't have damage. Technically, you get oh, fuck me.
Don't need it.
I don't need your
That's
fucking
my third
name.
crit of the night.
You get
You've been
sneak attack.
overdue for crits for
I
so
get sneak
long.
attack, so that's 9 plus 18 plus 19.
Plus Slayer's Prey or not?
No, I don't have Slayer's Prey
Okay.
this time.
So, thwunk into her throat. She just drops to the floor. Auric stands up and just charges towards the tree portal, diving through the other way.
I guess we follow? Yes, we follow? Go back
I
through?
believe you will not be able to do that. I'm going to double check
Oh, well,
this.
where? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's only open for 6 seconds.
Yeah. So you step through, fire, and try a spell, Divine Intervention, and then poof, it drops closed. Let me just double check. 19, 18.
46. I think.
Yeah. She's a squishy wizard.
Do we recognize this person? Is this Madness a summoner?
Yeah.
Great.
And the large marble figure of madness just locks up tight and crashes to the ground, shattering.
Oh, concentration.
Good shot.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised on that.
With
Looking back at the tree, I guess it's a good thing that worked.
let me see if she catches herself.
Aw,
Back
that's not fair.
back at the other
Spits in
side.
my face.
If anyone wants to throw anything else down at her, now's the time, because she just spent her action to like scrape onto the walls.
I have.
How far is she from the bottom?
She's about 50 feet down, and you can't see the bottom. She won't be able to get to you this turn, but if there's any spells you want to do, now's the time. Spells, range attack, anything.
Does anybody have any additional range attacks?
I have hand axes that I can throw.
Not anybody that's with you. Sorry.
Well,
I
if you
can-
could
I can
throw
throw
a
them.
hand axe,
Oh,
just
I have a-
I just need to someone
yeah.
to butter her up just a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll throw a hand axe.
I have
First, I'd like to rage, and then I will
Yep.
throw the hand axe.
Throw the hand axe. Let's see how this goes.
Slide some butter down that pit.
Yeah, and if you allow, I'll just throw a hammer the gap in to give Sloan another attack.
Yep,
Thanks,
make
'cause I-
one more attack.
And I'll
With a
throw my
bardic
attack
inspiration.
down.
Wait, no, I have to do that on my turn. Never mind.
I mean, we're
Kind
kind
of
of
going
out of
order,
phase,
yeah.
but she crits.
There we
anyway.
go.
Hey!
There's another crit.
Okay, fucking hell. Roll the damage, and what are you doing? What is happening here, Joe? What is Storig doing? I'm not.
We'll see.
Bardic secrets.
Don't worry. It's
Okay.
nothing. It's nothing too crazy. I'm about to give her a Disney villain death.
Nah.
Oh, that's the wrong.
Excellent.
I attacked with the wrong thing. I attacked with
That's
the wrong thing.
So okay.
That would be just a 19, not a 24.
Okay.
Actually, no, it would be a 24.
Is that to hit or damage?
Because of hammer the gap. That's to
Well,
hit.
you hit. Tell me the damage.
This is with a little tiny hand crossbow or light crossbow, so 1d8 minus 1.
Yep.
Thought that Galamea just shoots a crossbow and then just like throws the crossbow down the pit afterwards.
Yeah, I'd rather just minus.
Oh, that's not
7
bad.
points of damage. 7 points
Alright.
of damage.
What are you doing there, Joe? It's your turn now.
Ooh, so it's 50 feet down, yeah?
Yeah.
And so fall damage is what, 6 d6 per 10 feet?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 5d6.
Oh, I technically have a bonus action attack that I can do also, because I
Sure.
used a.
You don't. Do you have crossbow master? Or are you just going to yeet the crossbow down after it?
No, the advanced tactics allows me to make an attack as a bonus action when I use a battle order, which I did.
Yeah.
And you gain a bonus to attack and damage roll equal to my intelligence modifier.
Yeah, but you
also
don't have
for-
anything you can use to attack, do you?
I have my crossbow.
Okay.
That's why I used to attack it there.
Okay.
Just yeah.
Sure. Joe, what are you doing?
What I'm doing is I'm going to cast sleep once again on 4th level this time. So that way, she falls asleep unconscious and falls 50 feet down. Let's take
Oh,
all
more.
damage.
Or more.
She's 50 feet down. She's like 1,000 feet from the bottom.
Oh, all right. Well, then she'll just fall if I sleep her.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do. Never mind. I thought like the bottom was 50 feet, but no.
Nope. Cool. Roll that for me. Let's see what
Yeah.
happens. Oh no.
Here we go.
Oh no.
Does she
Oh,
have
no.
60 or less HP?
Okay.
Because
yeah,
if not, she
so
falls unconscious.
She falls unconscious once again, and this time not with a
Just
bang.
play a little soft tune on my violin.
And with that, all your enemies are defeated.
Hey!
And
Spit in
you
the
get
void.
Thank God.
all the webs around here, and after like a little bit, it's just this like hollow, and all the webs start like curling up and turning to dust.
Oh, me and
Is there
Sloan
enough
climb up
time
real
for-
fast.
About to say, is there enough time for Galame and Sloan to get out of the pit?
You'll be fine. I'm not going to kill you in the after battle math. So you all make your way to the entrance, and I don't know how hurt you are, but you'll be, limping your way back to the Umber Hearts or wherever you wish to go next. There is things to loot here, but we are massively over time. So we'll call
Did
this
Orc come back through the portal? Do we
He's
see him?
just outside the cave.
Oh, big hug. I run and give a big hug, and
Oh,
you were right
He's
behind
he's
me.
still gagged.
Take that out. That first.
I mean, the first thing Orc would do is he'd turn and look back and see if Saros and Leaf had followed him, knowing that they couldn't. Once he sees that, he would just sort of stressfully collapse into Sloane's arms. They're right behind me. They're right behind me. No.
It's okay.
Okay.
You were right behind us.
And with that reunion, because again we're over time, we'll end the season.
aw.
Thank you all for playing. I hope that was somewhat enjoyable. I know combats in D&D are long, and there was many stages to this. Hopefully it was entertaining enough. And I apologize for the confusion towards the end there. That was mostly my fault. Well, you know what? We're going to do it, but really quick. Just a quick round the table favorite moment. Just one sentence. Favorite thing that happened, and then we'll move on. So we'll start with Shelby.
I really, really liked the little interaction Galamea and Relia had regarding being outsiders in Etradale. It's the first time Relia has felt like she's ever connected to somebody here.
Okay.
And that was really nice.
All right. Next up, we'll have Kieran.
I love the fact that both of our season finale boss fights have ended up with somebody jumping on top of the boss, rooting and tooting, acting like cowboys. That was just that was such a good play. And the fact that all the dice lined up, I mean, yeah. That's my pick.
It was good. Sean.
I'm a huge fan of sleep actually working for the first time I've ever seen in D&D in 2 critical moments. Amazing. That never happens.
All right. Next up, we have Leaf. Mike.
Yeah, I absolutely loved. Frankfurt was my favorite, but this was just a fun boss fight. I love the stage change. I love the endless pit of doom that if you fall asleep, you apparently die if you go over it, which is amazing.
I need to know if Frankfurt went with Leaf and Saros, and is that just your dog now?
Sure. Cannon.
Of course.
Let's do it.
He's in my baby.
I imagine Leaf never let him go the entire fight.
Joe, what was your favorite moment?
Even though it wasn't like a huge moment, just the vision of everyone striking down on the Spider Queen and then a crackling lightning just like on top of it just looked really cool in my brain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And lastly, Shannon.
I loved you vomited spiders into my friend's mouth, and that's unacceptable. That was excellent. Also, my best friend's back. Yay!
That
I'm so glad
ability
Oric's not dead.
would have done so much damage, and it's just you just saved, and then yeah.
Thank God.
You kept trying to do it on the beefy one. What did you expect?
I know. Well, she was the one that got up in her face first and hit her, and yeah. So, anyways.
That's what I do.
All right, everyone. We're going to organize a raid as these guys quickly give me a rundown of who they are, where we can find them. So, Shelby, tell us where you can find us, you, places.
Hi, you can find me on the channel Wystle While You Work, where I tell stories of my D&D experience and draw whatever fun fantasy stuff comes to mind. And you can also find me on Twitch, where I play video games, and I'm bad at video games, and I cry playing Subnautica. It's pretty great.
All right, next up, we'll have Joe.
Hello, I'm
Sorry,
JoCat.
guys.
I'm on the YouTube channel JoCat. I make animations. I'm making more animations than I used to, and there may be one coming very, very soon, in a week or less. I also stream on Twitch a variety of things, games usually on twitch.tv/JoCat, and you can follow me on Twitter where I say dumb things and sometimes post art at JoCat105.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I'm Mike. You can find me on Twitter at Mike Farty, or over at the Wonders and Blunders podcast. You can follow us on social media at Wonder and Blunder. Check out wonderandblunder.com, and we've even got a neat old Patreon if you have a bunch of coins burning in your pocket and you want some stupid bonus content from us.
Next up, I will go with I'll just do my screen. Kieran.
That's me. My name is AgentNumberOne, or Kieran. You can find me over at twitch.tv/AgentNumberOne, where I stream strategy games and variety stuff during the week. You can also find me over on Wonders and Blunders, where I play a giant lizard folk barbarian mom, which is super fun. I recommend checking us out.
Okay, Sean.
My name is Sean. You can find me at all social medias at Odo_Sean. I am the resident DM over at Paradise RPG for our flagship show, Advantage in Paradise. We're on our second season. We're 15 episodes in. It's all on YouTube, the 15 episodes, and it's getting really fun and interesting. It's a great time to jump in. We've got future content coming all over the place. Tomorrow we have a one-shot at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where members of the community will play with our DM Stefan for the Into the Mist module, and we've got plenty more content coming.
All right, and lastly, Shannon.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shannon. I'm glad my mic is working this time. You can find me on all social media at SRoby25. I'm also from Paradise RPG. I'm our community manager as well as a cast member. Used to play a rogue. She's dead. Now I play a monk who's a badass. So come meet Katya on Monday nights. Yes, as Sean said, we have content tomorrow. We have our one shot in Paradise. And on Sunday, we have a super special power hour because I'm currently streaming in Sean's kitchen. So we're going to be streaming together upstairs for the power hour on Sunday. And I'm very, very excited. So tune in 7 p.m. Sunday for that. It'll be fun.
And join us on Monday to meet the Axelborn rogue Lollop, who talks ridiculously.
Yes! We love Lollop.
Alrighty. Lastly, hi, I am Nova from Roll for Damage. We have games on. When this one ran, it's going to be a different game for the next few weeks, and then this will be returning. Maybe a cast change. We'll see how that goes. We also have games on Monday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Australian Western Standard Time. All the information is in the panels. You can find our Discord and YouTube and all the rest of it. Please, show up, say hi. We really appreciate it. And we're going to find someone to raid. But before we do, I'm going to run a 30-second ad. It really helps the channel if you stick around through it. But, don't feel you absolutely need to. So let's all wave goodbye, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.